Hello everyone, and welcome back to Sunkissed, a Vampire the Masquerade TTRPG, 5th edition TTRPG. We're on episode number 20, guys. Taking a little break. So, before I get into the recap, where I'm going to flounder and probably misremember things and get stuff wrong, let's go around, everyone, introduce yourselves and who you are, what you do, and where you be, and why you be, and etc. And we will start with Chrys and also with Tash.
Okay. Hi, I'm Tashna. I do loads of variety content. So I've been playing Skyrim and reading Skyrim books recently, and also doing that. I didn't expect to be first, so now I had a panic. And I do loads of crafting and stuff. It's nice. It's fun. It's ridiculous. And I'm going to be playing Chrys today, who is going to not be stressed at all by all the events of the day.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be great, and everything is going to be fine. And it's going to be wonderful. Okay? And we're going to fight a giant snake. It's going to be great. That's my plan.
Awesome. Next up is Marlowe and also Hydra.
Hello. I've been staying up late playing too much Gladius, and I'm making a lore video on 40k. It's going to take me ages, but working on that, so that might happen eventually. And stuff. Hi, looking forward to today. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Grr.
And also, third in the call, Bandy and also Tess.
What?
Yeah, technically that's not true, but you turned your camera on before Josh, so you appeared first.
I win!
Yeah.
I win the game. I win. I won. Hi, my name is
bullshit.
Bandy, and I have officially won Sunkissed.
Yep. Congratulations.
I am the winner of this tabletop RPG, which is definitely a thing that you can do.
Do you know what your prize is?
More daddy issues.
Well, I was gonna go with a full-length Lamia body pillow, but whatever.
Also much better with that one. Hi everyone, I'm Bandy. I play Tess. I am a RPer who has not been streaming very often because I've been busy IRL with actual work things. However, this week I have some Atlas streams coming back with a little piracy coming in. So I'm pretty excited. If you are interested in seeing some hijinks on the seas, you know where to find me.
Sweet. And finally, the shamed, the last in the cool, the Cassius and also the Josh.
I will hold my head high. You
Shame.
Push your face.
Shame.
It's literally like half a second timed there, but
The track record of yours won't hold, Bandy.
yeah.
Hi, I'm Josh, also known as Gaming FTL, and I do lore videos on Vampire the Masquerade and all sorts of World of Darkness stuff over on Strange Adventures. They don't take me long, unlike Hydra, because I don't check my sources. So if you enjoy that, then I hope you subscribe. And that's me. That's done. I can leave now, right?
Yes, thank you.
Cool.
Can you give us
Bro.
one of your like non-sourced facts that is probably maybe wrong, right?
Yeah. I recently helped people create characters, and I was fairly certain that one of the abilities that I think it was obfuscate you could do with was the ability to disappear in front of people's eyes. I think I got that wrong.
Yeah,
If that was 40k, you would have been cancelled.
Oh,
Yeah.
Canceled.
that's not
Oh,
true
that-
because
We're canceling Josh. That's it. You're out.
that can't be true because I'm still here and everyone's seen what I've done to the 40k universe.
Yeah, you introduced
But
me
when
to
you make a
it.
lore video, announcing it as a lore video, you open yourself up.
you're trouble.
Yeah, you
And this is
shouldn't do that.
Gizmo, who
I know
has
the truth.
Just call it, here's what I can remember and what I think.
Yeah. Yeah,
Brain
I'll do that next
too
time.
big. Here's
Theory
video.
crafting.
I do skirt the lines of reality and what people have actually written by calling it that. So yeah.
No, that's fine. So I want to say last week, but it wasn't last week. Last time on Sunkissed, we met properly Marlowe. I may need help here actually on the way things went.
Met Marlowe. He went with Max.
Went with Max to.
Yeah, we told him off.
Yes.
Because we
At
found.
gunpoint.
Yeah, we thought he was possessed. Then he went
Welcome.
to go see
Yeah.
his friend, not ghoul friend.
Not quite ghoul yet, friend.
Yeah.
Lady friend.
Friend is a strange word in that case. It's more like a small obsession.
Saved her life, but yeah, she seemed a bit clingy, but that's okay.
That
Marlowe
works.
likes clingy.
Then Max left.
Yeah.
Got
Max
a call from a Russian man.
got a call from a Russian man, left to go and resume his duties as one of Vasia's crew.
But how do we know, though?
Well, you don't know at all yet.
There was a thing. There
A
was
premonition.
A premonition.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I saw
wait,
him
yes.
fighting Wolverine and a Sabretooth with a snake, like watching or something like that.
Yeah, I think
Was
I beat-
he was in between a Wolverine and a
hard
giant
place.
snake who was wrapped around a pillar, and he was like
What do I do?
conflicted. And you
Yeah.
said you'll make
Definitely.
the right choice, but in a Cockney accent.
Bit cliche,
Yeah.
but you know.
and he didn't know what you were talking about, so he was like, "Okay, bye."
Goodbye. See you later.
And Chrys and Tess, I believe,
Went to see Celine and Caber,
went to see Celine and Caber.
and Eli joined in the patrols.
Oh,
spoke.
that's right. You heard his voice for the first time. That's right.
Which was amazing because we didn't think he could speak except for the odd like grunt and blood. What did he say? He's like, what do you want? Blood. Cool. Great. Fantastic. Now we actually know that he can talk.
Yeah.
And he's actually like he's nice. He's a nice puppy.
Well, he's
For a
soft.
vampire.
He's soft spoken. Doesn't mean he's nice.
Well, he's nice so long as we're kind of like not, weak. So
Yeah.
I just got to keep looking like I'm the top dog, and I will continue to have a vampire puppy.
Speaking of top dog, Cassius came back, and we had a exposition dump of
Yeah.
epic proportions.
Yeah, so essentially his dump was well, we've done a big fuck up, haven't we? Lamia is in like prime position to take control of a whole bunch of stuff in the city. Everyone else has fucked it as well, and no one apart from us is aware. And also no one knows who told me this info, but I got it from a reliable source. Also, we need to kill Lamia. Bye.
And I'm pretty sure anyone who watched the stack shot will know who gave you all this information.
Yep.
So.
Which is why I don't entirely trust it, but I'm down with killing Lamia.
Yeah.
So,
And hey, we got to know that if you have a choice, you'd rather kill Lamia over Clay. So that's like best friendship
didn't
right
say
there.
that.
Well, you made that choice.
I mean, I can always choose to.
Clay and Cass are bros for life. Be nice to him now. We know.
It's been a bit of a roller coaster with the whole Clay ride.
I hate that I now like Clay. That I've been manipulated by his niceness. His
Yeah.
secret niceness as well.
Secret niceness.
It's the worst.
And
But but we need to save Clay.
Tess is in a bit of a conundrum there as well, I believe. Having agreed to give him the benefit of the doubt immediately before he set up one of her coterie and murdered someone right in front of her.
Which I still don't really know why the fuck he did that. So, I'm still having to sit there and give him the benefit of the doubt, even
Cass
though...
knows why.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
that's great. That's great that Cass knows, but fucking I don't.
So,
It'd be nice if we could share that information.
I could share.
Share it! Please!
Too busy. Sorry. Killing Lamia.
Oh my
BRB.
god.
so,
I'm stealing your dog.
You what?
That's what I said.
At the end of the episode, we had everyone got together and kind of shared all the information that they knew currently, type thing, and then went to bed. And then we have we finished on a dream for Tess, which we're going to cover in a Slack shot. Because some things need to be figured out on that end. So we're not going to do that now. We're going to do a test Slack shot at some point, and we'll cover what goes on in that dream. So we are going to pick up. You all did your rouse checks, I believe, last... I can actually double check that.
It looks
Yes.
like it.
You did.
I did.
So you all did your rouse checks, and you are waking up on the day of the Ordained meeting, where you are going to be all getting together as different factions. One thing I can do for every... I'll leave that for a little bit, actually. And you're going to be getting together as all the different factions in the city, and basically fleshing things out, and people can bring up their grievances or bring up their things they want to address, and pretty much you're going to see whether it's going to be all-out war, everyone for themselves, or maybe you can come to an agreement of some kind and split the city, or who knows what's going to happen. That's what the meeting is for. So you have a little bit of time before you need to get out there for the meeting. Obviously, Tess and Chrys need to go a little bit earlier.
Also need to get the car.
Oh, you need, yeah.
We can have had that been a done thing.
Which would have been painted in that quote snapshot. So partially.
Okay.
I think that was the plan, right? Because last episode there was still like a day before, right? Or am I wrong?
It's on the list of to-do things that you needed to get
It is on the list, so there was some downtime, so we can say you painted up the car and delivered it to the Oasis.
Yeah, I don't want to have to RP another. Like my mom, I love my mom. Don't get me wrong, in game, but like, yeah, I did feel like we'll just have another car that I would have gone in. Done.
That's acceptable.
Okay, cool.
If you want to figure out like a very basic theme or look for the car, feel free. Otherwise,
Giant penises. Just graffiti.
Realistic?
I don't know your style.
I mean,
Anime?
let me look around. I'm not gonna look around for
Anime.
pictures of penises, but like, just give me a second while I do a Google search.
Okay.
Tentacles then.
So just to kind of go over as you're all waking up, you'll be convening probably in the basement of the salon like usual. Cassius and Marlowe, you did meet each other, but it was very much kind of like a business as usual type thing, and Marlowe was pretty quiet, so while you know that there's been a switch, you don't know much about it, because it was too much like last minute planning and filling everyone in on the details. It's like, oh, you're a different person maybe? Okay, we'll deal with that later. Lamia is a real problem right now. So as you wake up, you all know the basics of Lamia, evil, horrible plans, meeting today, what do? So probably as usual, it would be Chrys and Marlowe up first, and Cassius. Oh, actually, Cassius can wake up whenever he wants, so maybe he wakes up first.
Chrys is definitely dressing in something not sporty today. A little bit more serious. Like she feels like she's going for a job interview today.
So are we talking like tennis shoes and a tie?
No, it's not Scene Kids circa 2005. It's not tracksuit trousers, not sporty jumper. It's just plain.
So trainers, jeans, white shirt, like white t-shirt, and then just a tie. No.
No ties.
No ties? I thought you wanted to be
Okay.
smart. Ties are smart.
It's smart casual.
Bow tie?
I don't have a bow tie.
Borrow one of
Why-
mine.
No, it's fine, thanks. Just smart enough that she's not gonna look like she's going to the gym, is what I was trying to say.
Right. Okay. I'm not.
Is
I don't-
Cass up first, or like is he staying?
Cass is up pretty early. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So by the time you guys get up, Cass is probably already in the basement area, communal basement area.
All right. And Marlowe's going to be dressed in a white shirt and dark khakis, pretty like middle-aged man sort of typical clothing.
Hmm.
Hey, you're right.
Hi. Yes. Well, we've got a lot to do today. Okay. And
Yeah. Big day, eh?
well, you came back. That's good.
What, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, my babysitter fucked off.
Yeah. What?
Yeah. What indeed? Did
I'm
you
Have a word with him about that?
did you vet him like a little bit?
No,
At gunpoint maybe?
I didn't. Okay.
Don't worry. Look, he seems a nice chap, but he's not figured out who he's loyal to yet. So,
Well,
word to
I
the wise,
kind of
don't
know
share
who
anything.
it is. It just doesn't always align with what I want. So we'll see, I guess.
just be careful around him. You don't know what he'll, keep between us and he'll. I don't think he really knows what he's doing yet, aside from the whole punching people and stuff.
He's good at shooting people, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's he buggered off to the Oasis last night. I'm assuming that means something.
Oh. Why? What do you?
He got a call, spoke some Russian, asked me how to get to the Oasis. I'll let you put two and two together, but
Super. Wow.
you're right there, Cass.
Yeah, Cass is just quietly sitting there listening, thinking, dressed in his super nice suit.
I like the suit.
Thanks. Tess got it for me.
That explains that then.
Do we have any more Pop-Tarts?
Get dressed.
No.
Find out yourself.
Wanna. Can someone bring me a Pop-Tart?
You're supposed to be our negotiator for today. Sort yourself out.
Negotiate this! And I like stick my middle finger out of the room.
Oh
But
God,
please
we're
give
all
me
going to
Pop-Tart.
die.
Off to a cracking start. I can nip
Guys
down the
better
shop
be
if you.
looking damn good because I'm vetting all your freaking shit when I wake up. Ugh.
You know, I think everything's gonna go great today. And can we reschedule? Maybe. Do you think that's
No.
no?
I'm up now.
We
It's
need
fine.
we need to be in tip-top condition. So if anyone needs to feed, we should do that as quickly as possible. I'm probably going to go see Gimlet.
I wouldn't object to that.
Gimlet's dissolved, money coming in. Just go. Oh, maybe he has some stock. I don't know.
I can
Great
go
business
with.
venture. You missed a lot.
Right. Yeah, probably. Okay.
We took over the front while you were gone.
I know.
I walk out in my like
Everything's fine.
sloppiest PJs and like put Pop-Tarts in the thing and just be like, yeah.
There's 2 more left.
Thank fuck. Or put them in.
I know you took over the front. I
Yeah?
trusted you. Yeah.
Did you?
I didn't have any doubts.
Uh-huh.
That's why I knew you didn't need me. That's why I knew I could get on with other stuff.
Oh my god.
Tess did great.
Sure she did.
We definitely didn't murder anyone. Anyways, you need jewelry, you need different shoes, and did you even clean that jacket?
With a brush.
With a brush. Use a little water. There's still a little dust. I'm pretty sure I see a footprint down there. Fix it. Ugh, God.
I take off the jacket and I go into my room.
And I go back into my room and start getting dressed.
Also, Tess, give me very quickly let's have a look here. It would be a dexterity craft, I think, would be this one.
To make Pop-Tarts?
No, for something else.
Okay. Two?
2, okay.
I can probably add. I can reroll what, 2?
You can reroll 2. You can reroll 1 if you like. You are currently on 3 hunger.
Yeah.
Incidentally, let's do a.
Okay, doesn't work.
Okay. Let's do a little bit of a quick check-in. What's everyone's hunger at? 2.
3.
2 3s, 2 2s. Okay. Incidentally, Tess, Gimlet has not got to the point yet where he has completely rolled up the shop. He's scaling down, getting ready to sell, and trying to find a buyer to sell the place.
Perfect. So scratch what I said before.
Like, effectively, from what you know, he has like 1 person in storage, effectively. So if any of you want to go down to 1 hunger, or if a couple of you want to go down, you can ball over there and just top down your hunger, I guess.
Yep. I would like to go to 1.
Chrys is fine. She's not bothered. Especially not for Gimlets.
I need to drink something.
This is the question for you guys, because it depends like who you want. Basically, you've got enough to reduce 3. It will leave them pretty much done, you know. So like you could go like 1 for 3 of you, 1 dot off of hunger for 3 of you, or
you cool with being at
2 dots and 1 dot?
I'm fine being at 2 because that's
okay.
I really don't.
My other option.
Marlowe's
I was gonna call up my sisters.
Marlowe would not be that fond of gimlets, so he'd rather go for a walk.
Okay.
Fine.
I'll
prefer.
take 1 then.
Okay.
I mean, the other option is, do I have time to go up to hell?
You do, but your sister will also be getting ready for the meeting, so she may not be there. It would be a bit of a toss-up as to whether she'd be around. And
okay, I'm cool with either 2 or 1 hunger. It's up to you, Cass.
I think Cass is taking 1, so that'd be...
Yeah, I only need 1, so that's fine.
Okay. Yeah, okay. I probably will need to have my head level, so I'll take the 2 then.
Yeah, makes sense. So Tess and Cassius nip off while do you just want to go there like straight off before you get back and talk about stuff?
Pretty much.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna dress up completely yet either.
Okay. So you both head off to Giblets. He's got 1 person left. We don't need to go into the details of it. However, one detail we do need to go into quickly is the fire alarm goes off, Chrys.
No, I take my Pop-Tarts while I'm going.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I did the motion. I don't know if I.
Oh, I didn't see that. Okay. Never mind. No fire alarms.
Kidding me? Test for getting Pop-Tarts? Come on. That's not in character.
How toasted does she like these Pop-Tarts?
I love Pop-Tarts. Pop-Tarts with a side of blood? Come on. Easy. Delicious.
Do you dunk them?
Oh no.
I should get Oreos.
Yeah.
Christy.
So we'll have that done. Marlowe, you do, to my knowledge, have a bit of crusty blood left. I think it's a dot's worth. You'll need to go fill it up, but if you want.
Oh, at the cinema.
No.
I will be in my personal possessions.
Yeah.
Yeah, that will put me down to 2. Chrys, do you need any thing to drink?
I had a sip yesterday. I can go for some more, but I'm not.
I mean, it's a big day.
Isn't
Might be worth it. Well, Pop-Tarts aside, this is gonna maybe impact us for the foreseeable future. So
I just really don't like giblets.
No, we'll go free range.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I haven't seen you have a free range snack.
Right. Yeah. Well, it's better that than encouraging what he does.
I don't know if I want to know. We can go find some folk. That'll be nice.
Won't take long. We'll be back soon.
Okay then. And then head out of the
yeah.
So you're going to go and what is the
Just
method of
gonna go a couple blocks away and find someone that's isolated walking down an alley.
Riverfront
would be a good position to get something like that.
Yeah, somewhere like that.
Oh, I think we wanted to check. Ideally wanted to check on Julian and Nicole as well. As with that direction, we said that we'd pop by.
Yeah.
So that would be.
We could do that en route, or after, or before, either or.
Well, it is going to leave you less time to chat before the meeting. I will say that. So if you guys are happy with like what you've talked about and you don't feel like you need to talk about more before the meeting,
we definitely need to talk about more.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not like a full conversation. It was just sort of like, are you good? Are you good? But if they're not good, then it will.
Oh, in that case, like you find Nicole. She's still in the place where they had as a base, kind of like a large warehouse area, and she's like just kind of doing her nails and whistling to herself, and she's good. Like, not much has changed for them aside from under new management. Julian's out, basically getting the lay of the entire territory at the moment. So, and yes, food and bloods and drinking. Are we going for a typical Chrys waylay in an alleyway?
Yep.
Give me Marlowe. That's not really your
No. That's...
That's what she said.
Chrys, you said you wanted to watch.
Oh, do you want to go first?
Well, yeah, last yeah, try and make it clean at least.
That was tidy.
I am going to find someone that I can walk up to, very quickly flash a hand and look them in the eyes and say, "Excuse me, random stop and search, hands against the wall, please," and use mesmerize.
I believe that's a rouse check.
Which is a rouse check, and I know it's somewhat self-defeating, but that's what he'll do.
Okay.
And I mean, you don't have to roll that for a human anyway, do you?
No. It's
And I get hungrier as well.
No,
or
you
did
don't.
I
That's a
pass?
success.
I
You
passed. Huzzah! So yeah, I'll ask them to turn hands against the wall for a random stop and search.
They do, and they're like, all right.
Okay. As they do, I just gotta.
Yeah, I mean, in that point, you can just grab them and
Yeah, basically just leech down on the neck and then.
I would like to point out, I'm pretty sure this is the first time Mac or Marlowe has drunk from a human.
Might be.
Yeah.
It might actually be. He's been watching Mac do it a lot. And he does have a face of, like, not happy after doing it, but... Right. No one died.
You can take off... you're on 3, right?
Yeah.
You can go down to 1. Unless, of course, there is always the option to kill them, but I don't feel like I
Definitely
need to ask
not.
that question.
Definitely not today.
And there's a lot going on, so that there's no kind of additional temptation there at the moment to drink completely and etc.
Right.
There you go.
Was that all right, I guess?
Yeah? What?
Just checking. It's no one died, so that's something.
No one dies on either.
Good.
You okay?
Right,
You've got a bit of a weird... You look a bit...
Yeah, I don't really enjoy that. It's not really my thing.
Well, maybe you just don't like this style, you know? Like, Tess's scene is very clubbish.
Yeah, I don't really have a scene, really, just...
No old man pub.
Yeah, I don't really think it matters much where you do it. It's still... It's what it is. Still, anyway, I'm not here to judge. After you, I'll...
Mine's a little bit more aggressive than that.
Yeah.
So...
As I say, I ain't here to judge.
Just maybe, like... Don't arrest me, DC Marlowe.
All right, just try not to kill anyone.
Every damn. And I'm going to be on the lookout for another person to jump. Yeah, I'm going to...
Yeah, soon enough. Not too much time. Probably about 10 minutes. Are you just going in for a straight...
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Strength brawl,
like,
then, please.
What, sorry?
A strength brawl as you jump on them
Okay.
and then...
Then each them.
Indeed. Would you like to reroll that?
I didn't add... I have my specialty as well, but I didn't really use that.
What's the specialty?
Grappling brawl.
Yeah, that would count. So roll me another d10.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to reroll 2 then.
You can reroll 3.
I don't want to reroll 3. But I will. If I kill this man, I'm gonna feel really
Last
bad.
time I rerolled 3, I killed an
Wow.
old lady.
Oh, yeah, I'm just not having a good time today. Still just 2.
You get, finally, after a very awkward struggle, you get your teeth into them and they go limp. And Marlowe, it's not impressive. I'll say that. It's very much like it ends up as kind of someone clawing on the ground, trying to crawl away as someone else is grabbing onto their leg, trying to bite them. That type of... Honestly, you've never seen that type of feeling before. You don't know how you classify it.
I imagine I look away after a bit and just turn and look every now and again. And...
It's a good, like, 2 minutes of awkward grappling.
Halfway through, you probably hear, like, you need a hand at all. You all right?
No, it's fine. It's fine.
All right, just let me know.
Look away for a minute. Maybe it's because you're watching. It's unlucky.
Yeah, I'll go around the corner.
Can't do it if you're watching. Chrys, your clothes, your nice clothes you had prepared for... they're ruined.
I tried.
That was,
I assume I've sent them off on their...
Yeah.
They're jumped way. I mean, maybe we should leave the area real quick, okay? And then we'll talk about that.
Yeah, we'll go for a walk. That was very werewolf in London.
It's normally a lot smoother. Like I'm just stressed.
Yeah,
about later,
you feeling
okay?
all right? Right. Well, maybe you should get a punch bag or something for tonight. You know, warm up a bit.
That would.
Blow some steam off or something. Look, we'll have a chat anyway after if you need a little, need a little box.
Do you do boxing?
I do what I do. A little bit of training, but if you need to vent a little bit, let me know. I'll try not to hurt you. That was said with a very sarcastic face.
Okay, yeah. Well, I think that...
Just don't eat me, all right? Let's clear back. We checked on the others.
Yeah, let's shuffle. And she's probably gonna make me get changed. I don't think I have another nice pair of trousers.
Yeah, there's a lot of mud and like scuff and...
Do you not think it makes me look tougher? That we want in a bodyguard? Or just
depends
monkey?
what you're applying for, really. For a farmer, I think you do all right, but for a bodyguard, clean and crisp is normally how it goes.
Damn it.
Ask Tess, she'll have something.
As you get back and wander back in.
Yeah.
Cassius and Tess got back first because they had the less difficult... It's literally like a walk-in. Ah, yes, your dinner is served, and a quick chomp down, and then thank you, see you later, instead of a awkward grapple in an alley.
Oh God, what happened to you? Oh my God, your clothes. Chrys.
I don't have any. I'm gonna Tess. I'm not wearing a dress. But we probably need to sort this out because Marlowe just said I'm a farmer applicant.
I've seen about much mud on a tractor, yeah.
That's very generous. Yep, strip, go into my room. Wow, I haven't said that in a while.
Oh God. I'm just gonna walk into the room. Like, oh,
yep.
God. Can we pick something first, Tess? Like,
don't touch anything. You're grimy hand. Wash your hands.
You give me too many directions.
It's two directions. 3. Doesn't matter. All right. At this point, I probably would have like cleaned Cassius's jacket. I look over at Marlowe and I'm like,
I assume I'm a house cat for now.
Yeah, I guess.
If I'm going out, I'll wear something nice, but...
What's nice to you? Because to Mac, it was...
Shirt and tie?
Not. Yeah, sure. Do you have nice shoes at least? Are they shine, polished?
I got some work boots.
Oh my god. I'm surrounded by peasants. Seriously. Just fine. Work boots? Just clean them, please. No tractor boots.
Why am I playing dress up anyway?
Just be comfortable, I guess. Just fit the vibe. I don't know. I don't know what you're doing, okay? Just let me deal with one problem person at a time. Chrys!
Yes.
And so I'm gonna pick out some comfortable pants that are still like, dressy. A decently like not flowy shirt, but definitely like it's a little bit more movable.
Okay.
So that she has a little bit more range. Kind of like a chain looking like necklace. And I actually have these knuckle kind of like rolling knuckle rings that are a little bit padded on the inside to make sure you don't break your goddamn hand. And I'm gonna give them over to Chrys. I'm gonna be like, I don't wear these very often anymore, but I think they'll suit you if you ever choose to dress up more. So.
What? I can grow hands into claws. I don't need these rings, right?
God, you are so inconsiderate. I'm giving you a gift. It's a gift.
Thank you, Tess.
The rings incidentally are SUGOI.
Yeah, my younger years.
Yep. As a teenager.
Well, I'll just one of the clothes for right now because I wouldn't want to ruin the jewelry.
Don't play me like a fool, Chrys. Come on. Put on the jewelry.
And it's just
I think I was born yesterday. Unbelievable. I think I was turned yesterday. Even more unbelievable.
You got like 2 months on Chrys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 whole months.
It's 2 more than you have. I'm older. And I'll also see if I can, like, her shoes are probably fine. I'll just clean them off.
Yeah, they can be cleaned.
While we're talking. Yeah. And that's it.
Are you gonna be okay today with Lamia?
What? Yeah. Of course. Why would I not be okay with Lamia?
Because you boned, you said, and then she's evil now.
The thought that she could have potentially been the reason that Winnie is no longer around has been very sobering.
I'm just gonna maybe no attacking though in the meeting. That's my job. And you're great, but you kind of lost your shit over breadsticks that time, which worked out in our favor, I admit. But
I won't lose my shit. And if I do, or start to, I will give Cass permission to calm me down. Because clearly this is a situation that is a little bit more dire. And honestly, I don't want to fuck it up. So...
You won't.
Well, we'll see. So, yeah.
So, as you all recongregate, everyone looking as well as can be expected for them personally. No shade.
Little shit.
You have a small amount of time with which to chat and discuss what you want to address in the meeting, if there's anything you want to bring up. You will be chairing it, so Tess basically, what's going to happen, and this is something that you would have been told, and it would have been discussed through intermediaries, would be Kale's going to introduce himself and the reason for calling the meeting, just kind of vague terms, and then you will then be basically chairing the meeting, and like people will raise issues and it'll be discussed and it'll be kind of orderly. So you have to acknowledge, Kale will explain it at the meeting, but you'll have to acknowledge someone for them to speak, and then people will raise issues and all that type of thing.
Yep. Okay.
So yes, you have a little bit of time to discuss anything that you feel needs to be said or anything like that. Seeing as I'm about to be about 70 different characters, I'm gonna go pee quickly.
Probably smart.
Cass just stands up and says, the one thing we all need to be aware of is this won't necessarily be civil. People will attempt to use their abilities to make you do things. They will try to hide things. There's no reason for them to avoid taking any advantage at a meeting like this. I will, I don't know, hopefully be able to stop people from sneaking around and stuff, but I can't do what Mac does.
Well, kill
Which
people.
is what?
On some people,
Kill
and that's
people?
about it. Hmm?
Which is what? Kill people?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, at least
Fair
being
enough.
honest.
I mean, I'm assuming with what's going on at the moment, I'm probably best off. I'll wait. I mean, if there's going to be trouble, I'll hang about. But
I want you to be safe, obviously. So if there's something you want to do inside, maybe leave it till later. I don't know.
not really. I mean,
People would probably take the opportunity to bring you to someone like a police officer. So
yeah. I don't trust any of them as far as I can throw them. I can't do much for you, really. I can read people, but that ain't much use, given that I'm in a
it
bit of a
won't mean we won't
predicament.
need people to keep the perimeter
Yeah.
secure. Who knows
Are
who's
you-
going to
have
try and sneak
phones.
into this?
You mentioned about the son, police chiefs. He's still alive, right? You said to us last
Yeah.
night.
Probably inside the building. So if you find an opportunity, I would take it.
I mean, that's going to be hard to do from outside, though.
I do
If you
have
find
the
a way,
car.
I mean,
But I mean, I'm happy to have a poke about, but I mean, I want the green light from you first, because I don't want to put anyone else on the line by doing that.
I think we can assume that they're going to have security outside to some degree,
Yeah.
right? It's if you feel competent.
I mean, busting someone out of there with guards on the door, not exactly easy, without creating a fuss. Create a fuss during a meeting, not
What
so
about
good.
the car?
What do you want to do with it?
Well, it's a car. I mean, it's going in. It's there, as a showpiece. And once it's done, I have to drive it back to my mom's. And then, I mean, if people bid on it, then they get the car afterwards. But I still have to bring it to my mom's to make sure it's ready for,
I mean, I can blend in with a little bit of darkness. Well, Matt could. I assume I can. I could sit in the trunk till it's all over, but then you got me poking around someone else's bar, and that's, as I say, I don't want to stir up any trouble, but
Also, just to help you through out that one quickly, it is going to be a centerpiece. So it'll be very visible. Is the problem there.
Yeah.
Just in the middle of the meeting, just climbing out the boot. Don't worry about me. Nothing to see here.
It'll be like
taking a nap. Just
wait
taking
until
a nap in the
the
booth.
meeting's over. But yeah, point taken. It's not going to be. I don't see any way I can do that safely. And I mean, Cass, I'll tell you what. If I give you my number, if you get any inkling as to where he is, let me know, and I'll maybe see what I can do. But I mean, if there's a window or something,
they're probably going to be restricted, but
I would imagine.
Doesn't mean we can't sneak them in.
Well, we're sharing it, so.
Yeah.
I'll need communications anyway. I'll probably end up with some way to talk with the rest of their security.
I do have this, Cass, if you're doing any poking about. I'm going to hand him my spy camera. Borrow that if you like. It's...
See if I can find a place for it.
Let's say it looks like a matchbook. Just...
You see any, bills, documents, anything that, phone records, phone book, any ideas, just, little click, takes a few.
Okay.
You never know. Might come in handy later on.
You remember one of the security guys from the puzzle box? That's the word. Max? Yeah. He's been hanging out a bit, and he's great, but now he's also at Oasis. So, I think if you...
Won't be that hard to sneak past them then.
If you really need a hand, you could ask or tell him that you're with me.
Tell him that I'll upgrade his Jeep.
She has my Jeep.
Jeep.
Yeah, I'm getting him a car. Don't ask.
Sure.
But that's kind of like maybe only if it's urgent, but...
Yeah, that's if you want to bribe him further than we already have.
Fair enough. Well, I'll sit in the Winnie wagon just like round the corner or whatever, and anything comes up, give me a buzz.
Okay.
Otherwise, any thoughts on the meeting itself?
We've had so much anticipation, like that. Now it's here. We have to deal with it.
Let's not eat each other, maybe. That's a good one.
I wouldn't put that off the table.
That's a good one.
Maybe then. Fair enough. I don't know, but if there's anything that we need to say, I mean, now's the time to do it.
I mean, Masquerade, obviously.
It's pretty important.
I think everyone agrees on that one.
I think one thing we really, really need to make sure is that people don't end up going back to the Anarchs or the Camarilla as their go-to. Hopefully people in the majority won't be interested in going back to that. Now they've had a taste of what slice of the city they can carve out for themselves, but I guess be on the lookout for people to consolidating power. If there's anything we want, make sure we ask for it.
I don't know. I just want to make sure we can live our life too, safely. Not have to worry about people, I don't know, just fucking up our life. I don't know, using them for different purposes. I don't even know.
If you can make everyone agree to a rule like that, then I mean,
how am I going to do that when the person who's leading one of this, like who's hosting this meeting, is apparently the person who's going to control everyone?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Man, it's wishful thinking, but I don't know.
Well, good luck, everyone.
Here's a question. Just one that's probably going to come up. Where's the front? How are they doing? Where's so-and-so, the guy who was in charge?
He disappeared.
A guy in chat. We delivered mouse to Carrion.
No.
Well, no. We're not going to say that.
Well, no, I'm not telling them that. Oh, you mean okay?
No, but if that question
was
comes up in the
me.
meeting,
Practicing the question.
yeah.
This is why I'm not
Forbidden.
talking at the meeting, though.
Apparently, Mouse was working for someone else and then upped and disappeared. We have no idea where. Seems like he took... What's his name again? God.
Roman?
Roman. Seems like he took Roman with him somewhere. So
Maybe they eloped.
Maybe they did elope. I'm very curious about that.
All right.
But anyway, the
they
front came
disappeared.
to us. The front came to us and asked to join us because
right.
they had.
If they're out there, they're not going to have a problem coming back. We're not going to have a problem with them coming back. Try and take back the front or something.
Well, they abandoned it.
But that's the thing. They won't be coming back. So we can just say, if they come back, we would be happy to give it back over. But they're not going to. So we are going to keep it anyways.
Maybe it's best not have a reputation of being charitable, as most kindred seem to be kind of dicks.
Yeah, we could always just be like, well, they abandoned their people. Therefore, we decided to take them under our wing.
We took it.
People like
it's
that
ours.
can't be, they can't be bothered to take care of, a part of the city and people. No.
That was a lot better than we took him to Mouse. Or
We are not mentioning.
This is why I'm not talking, though.
Yeah. You're all right, Chrys. Don't worry.
It's all good.
No, just have a think about it. Say it to yourself a few times.
Eloped.
That's the only thing you need to lie about, probably. Maybe. Hopefully.
I don't think that's the only thing.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
The blessed, I think, might bring up the issue we had.
Yeah.
Use me as your whatever alibi or whatever it is. Because I'm part of the coterie. I didn't fucking see anything. I wasn't there.
Yeah. Neither of you were there, so simple as that, really.
I was in the other room. So.
Focus on what you know. You weren't there. You don't know what happened. All right.
Also, how dare they accuse our coterie of that, whatever they're accusing us of?
Killing a human lady and probably stealing Saturday.
I am fully against the killing of kind. As for Saturday, I couldn't tell you. We've been looking for him as well.
I mean, we don't know where he is, technically. So.
We don't.
I mean,
not lying.
Well,
right this second, I don't know where the hell he is.
Exactly.
So it's a white lie. Yeah.
Great.
All right. Sounds good.
This
Let's do
is
it.
bliss.
Great.
Sorry about that.
So I guess I'll drive.
Okay. Time to head to the meeting, I guess. Most of us?
Aww.
Yeah.
Poor Marlowe.
Yeah,
Marlowe,
I'll sit outside in the Winnie wagon.
Okay. Cassius, you're reporting for security duty?
Mm-hmm.
In that case, you will be going first and heading in there first. There are the... There is kind of a night going on, but it's been made clear to everyone as they come in that it's closing early for a private function. And when you come in, it is the last song of the night.
God damn it. Well, I am going to get a drink. I'm going to get a drink.
Oh, absolutely.
Yep.
So, Cassius, your first job is to usher everyone out as the place is closing down. The lights come on. The bar staff start tidying up and collecting drinks. And there's a decent amount of security about the place. You don't see anyone you recognize, is what I'll say for now. And Lamia doesn't seem to be about. As the busybody kind of head waiter dude.
Can I have brought Conan with me?
You can have, but he will not be allowed in. There is security.
He'll be in the Winnie wagon.
You could leave him in the Winnie wagon with.
Would he not be allowed on the in the main area, or would he be allowed at the in the back where the kitchens are? Or whatever?
Yeah, he wouldn't be allowed in the building because there's kind of drink and food area at in the back. So
yeah, so.
Hey, it's
Cass doesn't care.
Oh, I know Cass doesn't care, but because it's a high-profile meeting, there's security on every entrance exit for the there's 3 people on the front entrance. They all have the look of Vassia style security types. Professional security. As opposed to a bouncer or whatever. And I mean, yeah, Romeo with awareness as you go in.
One. This is a bar.
Yeah, they look like security people. So yeah, you could leave him outside if you want him nearby, but
yeah, I'll leave him with Marlowe. That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay. And the place gets cleared out. This big kind of big set of tables get brought out, and it's kind of it's like a rectangle. It's like a rectangle set of or square table type thing, but it's curved, so it's more ovular than rectangle. Basically, there's no head of the table type thing is what they were going for, you're guessing. And people start to file in. Which, at this point, the music does get cut out, thankfully. For some people. And everyone starts to come in and starts taking their places. So, Tess and Chrys, I'm assuming you don't want to it doesn't look like there's going to be any small talk, really. Maybe that will happen afterwards.
I'm mostly just sitting up at the bar with, I guess, with Chrys, and if I see my sisters, I'll just wave.
Yeah, they do walk in, and you see Davine, and she's accompanied by a Chad.
A Chad! Yeah. Is he hot?
He is. You could he's in a really nice suit, and also Davine is dressed up a lot more Toreador. It's yeah. So
wait, is this a kind Chad or a kindred Chad?
Kind Chad, yeah.
It's a kind Chad?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright.
So we will now go through everyone who's arriving. So first to arrive would be Carrion. You don't know who they are, but one of them is a slightly shorter man with the stitches through his lips, and then the other one is kind of dressed up in this in this kind of like high-collared jacket and all this type of thing, and he has bandages all over his face, and presumably the rest of him, but you can't tell past. Like it goes all over his face and then down his neck.
Quick question.
Yeah.
While people are walking in, can I use my heightened senses? Mostly because I want to, smell when the old guard comes in. Like, I want to see if it's still, that same smell.
So
That's
you want
really
heightened
the main
senses
thing.
smell?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then Davine comes in with a Chad. I need to pull this up momentarily.
Chrys is obviously like scoping them all. She's definitely bodyguard mode.
Yeah. Okay. Two people you don't know come in. One of them looks a bit like Vinnie Jones, kind of ex-boxer looking. It's got a broken nose, buzz cut, like suit. And then another guy with him, quite short, goatee, jeans, and a t-shirt, like very basic looking. And they sit down. And next in, you don't recognize her, but she's very severe looking, dressed in kind of like a business suit and skirt and etc. Like tight bund blonde hair. Cassius, would you have told the coterie what Talia looks like? I assume yes, just because it's a person of import.
Sorry, he's laughing at something I wrote in the Google document.
Oh, okay.
Josh, do we know what Talia looks like?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I would.
So that's
the severe woman.
Yeah, that's the severe woman. That's Talia.
She's got a bodyguard, I assume.
Yes. She has. Her bodyguard is a. Looks like not a mini version of her, but almost like a small, like vague clone of her. Like very very similar in a lot of ways, except for like jet black hair instead of kind of the more platinum blonde. Next up comes Gorban with I don't think you met this guy, so I will describe him. Give me a second.
You only met Ivan and Vlad when we went to see Goblin.
Okay, yeah. He is he's someone you haven't seen before. None of you have seen before. And he's just like got a scar kind of like down the side of his face here. Just kind of goes from like jawline to temple. Quite wide, obviously would have happened before he was turned, because otherwise it would have been and pretty nondescript in general. It's got one of those faces where you're just like, I know I saw him, I already can't describe him. You describe him as like average size, average build, average look. Then Kale comes in with Savante and sits down. Yes, Lamia does strut in, high heels clacking, flanked by Max. And sits down and by incidentally all of the escorts are standing at the shoulders, like just behind at the shoulders of the person they're with.
Chrys's plan.
Yeah. And then Sterling Hardcastle comes in with Sheldon Langdon. They sit down kind of in the middle, in the center there. No change in smell, But the very dark lady with the bald head and the earring nose chain, she walks in with someone else you've never seen before. Very red hair. Let me get a slightly better description of her. That is the... Oh god, there they are. Yeah, redhead. Oh, sorry, it's not a girl. I remember now. So redhead, like very big, kind of like down to bottom of like top of the chest beard, like very wide and that type of thing, and has a sash across his chest that's like kind of tartan.
Huh. Interesting.
And then there are yourselves, and then Calig walks in with someone you recognize. It is Cassidy.
Cassidy. Why am I blanking?
She's the NPC that we rescued from Gimmets and had to deliver her to Lamia, right?
Oh, Cassidy! Oh, Cassidy. Oh, no. Okay. Interesting. Okay.
And he sits down and Cassidy stands like very and she is beautiful. She looks amazing. She's like her makeup is done perfectly. Her hair is very exact, very one thing you'll notice about her is everything is very symmetrical and in place. So her hair is like cut off exactly and it's all very, you know.
Playing to his interests, I guess, or his preference.
Cassius, would you like to have a moment here, like in your head?
Cassius is putting red string on a board with pins in it and pointing pictures to different people in his brain. Mostly what he's doing though right now is he taking orders, I am assuming, from like a security director?
Yeah, no, it's the head waiter dude. Very, you know, he's basically, he's, as far as you can tell, he's worked for Lamia for quite a long time, and he's used to preempting her requests and etc.
Okay.
So,
do I know if he's a kindred or not?
You are not sure.
Okay. Well, in that case, I will.
Would you like to roll a intelligence politics on that last entrance?
You know what? I would.
Okay.
Because I would like some confirmation of some ideas about who's working with who and for what reason. You know what? I should get a second in politics. God damn it, 2.
Well,
for now.
all that you know is Lamia gave Cassidy to Gimlet to pay off a debt that she had to Gimlet.
Yep.
She got Cassidy back from you guys, and as far as you know, Cassidy was and has always been under her employ. So the options is that Lamia has inserted Cassidy into Calig's ranks. Somehow, some way, some form. Maybe it's a favor, maybe she's been planted as a spy, who knows. The other most likely option is that Calig planted Cassidy in Lamia's as a spy.
I seem to remember that Cassidy was bound to Lamia, though. I don't know who said that, though.
It was something that we figured. because she was like, I have to get back to Lamia. I have to get back to Lamia.
Yeah, and she stated that she couldn't leave. Yeah, she had a reason that she couldn't leave, basically.
Well, either way, don't care. Not right now.
Okay. So, before we get into it and get going, is there any last second things any of you would like to do? Or are you ready to get into it?
Are we reviewing the phone situation? Because we haven't been stopped about phones for sure. The whole, or is that in the meeting? Do you think?
What's that for?
Like, because it was kind of widely agreed, like, we weren't going to have phones, right?
Yeah, they would have collected the phones at the
Right.
front. Yeah.
I wanted to make sure.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna turn heightened senses off.
Yep.
And awe on.
Okay. Yeah, as a side note, multiple people do have awe and etc.
Just like trying to look without looking.
Yeah, there's every now and then your attention gets pulled in a different direction, but it's unless you're trying, like, no one's being obtuse about it.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Well, that's good. No one's like going like boom, 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 boom.
Yeah,
boom,
no one's beaconing. It's more of just a like little. So it's Toreador mostly. They're all look at me, and yeah.
It's what we do.
So do you wanna head over and sit down and
Yeah.
Chrys, you can take place.
You have to
Cassius,
look of like, you've got this.
Cassius, for now, your only duty is basically to be on hand in the main room in case anyone like starts to use powers or frenzies or who knows. I think it's safe to say everyone's gone for a nice quick meal before the meeting, because just in case.
Let's hope.
Just in case. Yeah.
Would you like me to tell you who isn't attending?
Actually, yeah. Like,
Yeah, I've
is there
noticed a
anyone that we
couple,
see
but-
as? I feel like maybe the wilds. We didn't see anyone.
The
from the
wilds
wilds
are
show up.
not. The wilds are not here.
Hashem on there.
The Hashem
Did we not
aren't
see-
here.
Obviously, yeah.
We're
Gorb.
missing,
Did we see Corbin? Sorry.
Yeah.
Corbin's
Corbin's
there.
here.
Okay.
Blessed.
The blessed aren't here.
We
Ah.
don't know if one of them is Nathan Fortuna.
Yeah, we don't.
Oh,
know.
sorry.
We
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
know who Nathan Fortuna is. yet.
Dreg aren't here as well, but you don't know about Dreg particularly. And there is one more person who arrives, who has he has like a bomber jacket on, like a kind of big puffer thing, and it's got like a hood, like really puffed fur hood. He's got like a dark kind of velvet shirt underneath, which is like opened all the way down to like the V in the chest. Couple of earrings, like quite a few rings, and like this very dark, heavy eyeliner. And like very, very kind of very short, dark hair as well, like black hair. He comes in with a very plain-looking lady, and he's got like a almost reminds you of Clay's like smirk, except for it's a bit more genuine and a bit more just happy. And he sits down, and the lady standing behind him kind of like puts his arm back over the chair and crosses his legs.
In my head, I'm thinking, ugh. And I guess I will. Yeah, we'll go sit down.
Okay.
You'll sit down.
I
Chris
will
stand up.
Yeah.
You want to sit on my lap? Like
That's wildly inappropriate for this meeting.
So there's maybe like a minute of everyone kind of sitting there and just gauging each other. It's very quiet and it's quite tense. The atmosphere is quite heavy.
I'm drinking. Casual.
Yeah, fair enough. And then Kale, who is, he's escorted by Savante, who I don't think any of you know except for Mac, and Mac's not here. But kind of bouncery looking dude, but not quite as Eastern European Russian as you know what we're apparently getting used to. But yeah, so Kale stands up. Oh, okay. Thank you, everyone, for coming to this meeting. I know it was a leap of faith for some of you, and for others of you, it was something that you were keen to come to. If there are no objections, I will start by introducing everyone who they are affiliated with around the room. And everyone there is, kind of nods in agreement. Very well. My name is Kale Katen. I am in the situated in the maze area, and I run that area currently. I represent myself, and those people in my territory with me are working under me. Good. Now, of course, over there we have Mr. Callig. He is situated in the lower part of Hunter's Walk. He represents himself, and those people under him work for him. Next to him over there, we have Miss Talia. Sorry, that was Sheepy going like, what's her name? Miss Talia Medici. I believe she is being escorted today by Miss Christine Cross. And she represents herself, and her territory consists of people under her.
I just realized that's crisscross.
Yeah.
That's good.
I can't help myself.
Yeah, no, I like it. Keep on.
Of course, over here we have our erstwhile affiliated with the Anarchs, Mr. Gorban and his friend Diego. Mr. Gorban represents himself, and everyone under him is under him. Next up, and he points to the guy in the bomber jacket with the heavy eyeliner. We have Mr. Nathan Fortuna, and I believe one of his fellows. I only got Miss Clementine on the RSVP. Of course, we are all very much aware of Carrion, but today they're being represented by Mr. Socrates and his escort Terrier. So, heavily bandaged guy is Socrates. Of course, we have our hostess, who has assured me that she is here merely to officiate and to watch over proceedings. Our lovely host, Miss Lamia, and her escort, what's this? Neneshev Maxim.
Neneshev.
Then, of course, we have from Hell, up at the north of Hunter's Walk, we have Mr. Davine, and of course Miss Davine Di Agostino and her escort Chad. Actually Chad.
I love it. Oh, so good.
Hailing from over the bridge, and here he points at the kind of like boxer looking guy, the one who's sitting down in the suit, and the guy with the goatee and the plain jeans and t-shirt. We have Mr. James Johnson representing the court, along with Manny Robinson as his escort. Coming here also, I've been told, mostly to to watch over proceedings is the esteemed Sheriff Hardcastle, representing Elysium and the Camarilla, along with his escort Sheldon Langdon. Representing the south edge of Flintbridge, we have Miss Ziamara and her escort Nikita, with the Old Guard. And of course, the ones who will be chairing the meeting and addressing anyone who has issues, we will speak through them, is Miss Tess Aquila of Memorie, along with her escort Chrys. I'm assuming you didn't submit your name as Chrysanthia Hart.
Did I, Hal? My name is Chrys. I'm not at all.
Okay.
Chrysanthia. I almost
I
want
will
to like
stab you whilst you're sat down.
Chrysanthia, would you please get me another drink? No, I'm kidding. I would never.
So, before we start the proceedings, I will outline the basics of this meeting. There will be no powers used. So those of you who are currently using any, please desist. And you notice, like, some of the other people kind of, you know,
They turn off.
there's a few, like, different, you know, your attention's being drawn in a few different ways, and that kind of turns off.
Okay.
Secondly, there will be no fighting. If you wish to address something, please have your escort raise their hand, and they will be addressed by... we haven't really decided. Let's call Miss Aquila the speaker for now.
Sure.
Of course. I will be mostly observing, although I am here in my own capacity as one of the, I guess we could say, power players in the city, as are we all. And yes, please do not butt in and interrupt someone. You will all have your turn. You will be acknowledged, and you will be allowed to speak in turn and in place. Now, the only thing that I would like to table for all of us to consider and to discuss before we get into the minutiae of everything is we have been abandoned. I mean, let's not put too fine a point on it. The city is currently in nobody's hands, or all of our hands. The Camarilla and the Anarchs have fled and run away. Now, for myself, I always considered myself to be loyal to the Camarilla. As some of you may know, I was up for the position of Primogen of the Camarilla, of the Malkavians. It seems like this is most likely not going to happen now, but I think it is very important for all of us to address what we personally would like for the city, for ourselves, and where we will see all of this going. Now, myself personally, as much as I was affiliated with the Camarilla, and I will go first, I feel like everything should remain as it is for now. From what I have gathered, the Camarilla and the Anarchs have no intention of coming back to the city anytime soon. And he kind of like steals a glance over at Sheriff Hardcastle, who I'll roll it, but I'm probably gonna not require you guys to roll anything. Oh, okay. Roll me a wits insight, anyone who'd like to know his reaction to that statement.
I say Chrys is like, oh.
Okay. I wasn't expecting him to do very well, but apparently he did. Yeah, so, Tess and Chrys, you can see that he is a mix of uncomfortable and trying to hide a reaction, which is pretty much like, yeah, no, that's
Cringe.
yeah, no, that's what I heard too, kind of thing, you know, like, but I don't want to give it away because I'm part of the Camarilla and I'm a representative here and I'm supposed to be. Sheldon's face doesn't really give away anything, but it doesn't have to. As I believe is the same with the Anarchs. They have no intention of coming back anytime soon. Now, I would prefer, this is myself personally, that we minimize the backbiting and power plays. However, we are all Kindred. I don't think it will be possible to completely avoid all of that, but I would like to keep the status quo for now. Anyway, that's my position. Miss Aquila, if you would like, the floor is yours, and people may put themselves forward to address whatever they like. And he sits down and.
Absolutely. The only thing I would consider is the Masquerade. The ways that we are making sure that we're keeping it up properly, but that can be something discussed over the course of this meeting. So if anyone has any issues to be brought up or would like to counter the point just made, then please raise your hand and we can get started.
Gorbin's escort, Diego, raises his hand.
Mr. Gorbin.
Gorbin, smooths his suit, stands up. Chibi tries to remember his accent, which I think is fairly Cockney-ish. Yeah, well, first up, I would like to say, speaking for myself, I can't speak for the other people over the river with me, but speaking for myself, very happy to be here, glad that I was invited. I understand that not everyone in the Camarilla is fond of the Anarchs, and we were previously affiliated. Now, as I was saying, we're not looking for more territory, we're not looking for anything excessive. We're perfectly happy, as Mr. Katen has suggested, keeping things, for now, in a very frozen state. So, as for what we would like, the status quo suits us fine. We're not looking to expand any further. We're happy with how things are. I would like to say, however, I would like to commend Memorie on a very just and quick dealing with an awkward situation. I have heard through some of my agents that one of the power players in the city was being less than honest. I only heard through second and third hand accounts, but I heard that Mr. Roman, who ran the front, along with his dog's body, Mouse, were trying to bring in some very dodgy dealers into the city, some thugs and some hooligans so that they could spread out along the city. And I would like to say, while I was prepared to deal with them myself, I wholeheartedly support Memorie and their actions, which I'm sure we have all heard of. Thank you. And then he sits down.
I just kind of nod my head to Gorbin and say, Thank you. Appreciate you, your recognition.
And Clementine, the lady, puts her hand up as Nathan Fortuna's.
Mr. Fortuna.
He stands up. I had heard of these things occurring. I was going to bring it up. You know, it's always worrying when there is effectively a ceasefire, a truce going on, and you hear of your neighbors being attacked by your other neighbors. However, apparently there's nothing to worry about. They were horrible people and dastardly, and I'm happy to see them go. So, I will add that for myself personally, as long as we make sure to maintain the Masquerade, and of course, make sure that all the regular people are looked after. And like, for a second, you see his eyes shift to the girl with him. And then back. I'm happy.
Well, I can assure you there was no real infighting, or just fighting, I guess, with the front. It was simply a situation where there was help that was needed, and they came to us for help, and we aided them very simply.
Well, it sounds like you blocked a very dangerous element coming into the city, so I say well done. And sits down.
Wonderful. Now, speaking of fighting within the city, has anyone had any real issues with each other that they want to bring up that should be addressed at this meeting?
Everyone, like, looks around.
Oh, don't be shy. It's fine. You know, we've all heard different rumors of this and that, so may as well get everything out in the air. Suppose we should start with, Miss Talia?
She kind of, like, looks down her glasses at you slightly. And then, she like, kind of looks to Cassidy. Cassidy raises her hand.
Please.
Yes. There is something that I think would be important to bring up. It is just a rumor I have heard, but I was informed that the Blessed are not attending this meeting, and it was because of an incident involving the Memoriae, I believe.
Very strange.
I do not have the details, but maybe if they had come to the meeting, they would have brought it up themselves. But I have, obviously everyone here has heard that there have been, especially at the beginning, a little fracas with Mr. Callig here. But we have worked out our problems, and there are no grievances to bring up in that regards. Aside from that, everything is good with me.
I'm glad to hear it.
For myself personally, I would like to see those of us who have the breeding and the skills to run the city. I think we should take the helm in guiding everything. But I'm happy to wait and see as well for a while.
Could you give us a little bit more of your vision for this city run by those who have the apparent skill set?
Oh, of course. I thought it would be obvious, but those of us who are bred into the right position, us Ventru, myself, Mr. Gorban, Mr. Callig, it is what we have been trained for. It is what we know. so it only makes sense that we would take the reins of the city while everything is in chaos.
I see. Does anyone have any response to that statement? Or a proposition, I suppose?
And Talia, sits down. I would say Cassidy's hand goes up and Chad's hand goes up.
I will look over first at, is both at the same time, or I'll look over at my sister and be like, help? Miss Agostino?
I'm getting the accent.
Mm-hmm.
The accent was slightly Italian, I believe. Just a smidge.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Well, I would put forth that while it is an interesting proposition, I do not see a reason why anyone else would subserve themselves to these people. I know from myself, for one, would be very resistant to that idea, especially with no proof of being able to actually run the city. Just because you are born into a clan does not mean you are automatically suitable for anything.
I tend to agree. And Cassidy is with
Callig.
Callig, right? Mr. Callig.
Thank you. I would not be averse to running of the city. However, I would also not expect people to prostrate themselves before us, as my associate Miss Medici has suggested. I feel that, for the moment, at the very least, we should maintain the status quo and see how things fall. I would also agree that it is of the utmost importance to maintain the Masquerade.
That is priority number one. Have we had any... well, I suppose we can move into that in just a moment. Does anyone have any other points for or against Miss Talia's point?
Big redhead with beard and tartan sash is with Siamara of the Old Guard. Puts his hand up.
Right. Miss Siamara, the Old Guard?
Yes, myself and my people, all of you know us. And you know that we have come here to maintain the Camarilla. We are and will be working towards their return. So, while I do not directly disagree with any of these points for now, eventually it will come to a head where we must all eventually go back to the Camarilla, or go back to the Anarchs, or stay on that side of the bridge. I don't really care. But there is an inevitability here that you're all ignoring, in that the Camarilla will come back, and we will have to, willingly or not, once again become part of them. And then she sits down.
Is there a guarantee that the Camarilla is coming back? The question really is why they left in the first place, and it seems as though it was caused by this issue with many people bursting into flame, which we still haven't found a root cause for yet, unless somebody else has.
Everyone looks around.
No? Nothing? No hints? No clues? Then if we have also if we are stuck here, for lack of better words, then we should proceed as though neither the Camarilla nor the Anarchs are coming back. If they do come back, and that is a really big if, then at that point we can consider moving forward in that direction, because that will be another card on the table. But for the moment, we have no idea whether or not they will come back, and we have no hints suggesting that they are even considering it. For all we know, this city is deserted by them, and that's it. With that said, do you have any more to add?
Who's that to?
To the old guard. To Ziomara.
She shakes her head.
Then considering that we should still continue, I propose we still continue to move in a autonomous fashion, as though the Camarilla and the Anarchs are not coming back for us, and we should continue to decide what we do within our own ranks. So, if Miss Talia has a point where she would like to, or she's raised the point that it should be run by those bred for it, and others would remain autonomous, I'm not sure how well that will work in tandem, considering if you can't run the entire city if not everyone is on board. Or you can, it would just be very, very difficult. And there would be much more subterfuge than I think any of us would like. Can we all agree on that?
And there's nodding, yeah.
Then, if I may raise my own point, and to echo the statement of Miss D'Agostino, I know Memorie has been doing fairly well on its own. We have gained some members due to the lacking leadership on the front, and therefore we would like to continue to work autonomously and taking care of our own ranks while still working well and having open communication with the rest of the groups that are established in the city. Does anyone have any issues with that on our end?
Savante puts his hand up. It's
Yes.
Kale's escort. And
Mr. Kale.
Kale stands up. I think, with a few exceptions, which I don't believe they're going to push their point currently, and he looks at Talia, who kind of like straightens out her skirt, even though it's completely straight, and then kind of shifts her glasses with the heel of her hand. And Ziomara, who just kind of sits there staring ahead. Yes, I don't think anyone's willing to push their points currently. I believe that everyone is at least publicly in favor of the status quo, for now. Seeing as far as we know, we are not currently going to have to worry about the resurgence or return of the Camarilla or the Anarchs, the city will be left up to us to rule over and to govern individually. However, I think we should all pledge and agree to observe the Masquerade. This is something that, regardless of faction, should be maintained as much as possible. Additionally to that, I would like to suggest, with everyone's agreement, that we meet up again in a similar fashion in a few months. Perhaps the situation with the Camarilla will change. Perhaps the situation with the Anarchs will change. We may want to revisit things. Aside from that, I believe every man for himself. And woman, apologies. And then he sits down.
Fantastic. Does anyone else have any other points that they'd like to make known?
Manny Robinson is the escort for the court. James Johnson.
Is he the one with the big scar?
No, the one with the big scar is Diego, who's the one who is with Gorban. He is the one who has a broken nose, looks a bit like a boxer suit.
Right. Okay. So I will motion over.
And James stands up. I have been quiet during this meeting, as the majority of it does not have much to do with me or our group. Even though the Anarchs have pulled out, everyone on our side of the river was Anarch, and I imagine still maintains the heart of an Anarch. Law and rules are important, but it is also important who enforces them. To that note, I would like to suggest that we enforce the law. You could all send us one of your members so we could form a enforcement party. We will bring people to us who break the Masquerade and any other rules we agree on as a group, and we will punish them.
And what exactly gives you that background or ability? Do you have any, I guess, previous experience with this, or?
We have been punishing people ever since the fire.
How so?
We have been finding people who have been breaking our laws, and we have been punishing them.
Alright.
Which leads me into another issue. Before everyone went, we had an investigation ongoing into one Winono Viponana and his affiliates. I would like that reopened, as the question has still not been answered.
And what question is that?
Regarding his lineage.
And specifically, whether he sired anyone?
We are aware that he has sired someone. We are more wondering whether he is truly a Bruja. We have suspicions over his lineage and his clan. He may be faking.
And what purpose would this bring?
I hesitate to mar the reputation of someone thought well, but our own personal investigations have pointed to him possibly being an agent of the Sabbat.
That is a very large accusation.
Which is why it should be investigated, so that it can be cleared or not.
Winnono is dead. You do know this.
We are aware.
So are you then accusing Memoriae of thus being associated with the Sabbat? Because that in itself is a very large accusation that I will not sit for.
It is possible he kept it hidden from you. I am aware that he raised many of you in Memoriae. I do not say that you are associated with or sympathetic to the Sabbat. However, you may not have known.
I am not an investigator. And I don't know enough about this situation to make a call. However, if it was closed previously, then it was closed for reason. If you have new information that was brought to light that was not around before the issue was closed, it doesn't seem to make a lot of sense to reopen it, but like I said, I'm not an investigator.
Kale's, Savante puts his hand up.
I look over and nod over at Kale.
I think we can expedite this quite simply. Mr. Johnson, your inquiry is appreciated, and it is indeed vaguely worrying, if true. However, I don't think many people would give much credence to that rumor specifically. For now, we are not a governing body. If there is a Masquerade breach, I believe the people involved with it should handle their own. I, for one, would not hesitate to punish any of my followers who broke the Masquerade, and I believe everyone here, and everyone nods. Do you nod, Tess?
Like, if he's about to say everyone here can punish their own, yeah. Then yeah, I agree with that.
Very well. I don't believe for the moment there is a need for a, forgive me, police force of Kindred to be involved. This is maybe something we can address in a future meeting. However, your suggestions and input are vastly appreciated. And then he sits back down.
Wonderful. Now, I know there's some representation that is missing, and hopefully we can get enough of the message out to those who are not here. But in the meantime, for those who are here, I will once again ask, is there anything else that people want to bring up?
Chibi will need a moment to see what he's gone through in his notes.
No worries.
Because a lot of this is secret and not stuff they actually want to bring up. It's just stuff that they want to, well. Oh, yeah.
Maybe we, I'll just say, maybe we take a little breather, stretch break.
Yeah.
Although I don't think vampires really need to stretch, but...
No, but, basically what's happening afterwards is everyone's going to mingle for a little while. Before kind of like closing off the meeting. So I'm just seeing if there is any no, everything everyone else wants to do is secret or, you know, subtle and etc. So like everyone kind of shakes their head. There's no more issues to bring up.
I will bring up one more thing then. On the issue of borders, I suppose everyone's going to be keeping a close eye on their own territories that they've carved out for themselves. I would still like to propose, for the meantime, that we have an open travel policy, provided that we still give them notice. If you have issues with anyone in particular crossing into your territory, then that should be addressed. The only reason I bring this up is because we're still maintaining our own status quo, and we haven't really, other than protecting those that are within our borders, we haven't really carved out hard stops. I just want to make sure that is still the case. Make sure you respect the territories you're going into. Obviously, do not cause too much of a ruckus. And send a message ahead of time. I believe Carrion has been very good with that, so thank you.
And Socrates' head starts nodding.
Does Socrates talk? Like, I wanted to ask Carrion if there's anything that they wanted to bring up as well.
I think everyone will know this. Carrion's just here for the information. They don't.
Yeah, they're just here.
They don't really care about the territories and etc. So, but at this point, Kale does stand up and like looks to you for kind of, you know, are you happy to cede for now?
Yeah, and I just kind of like nod and sit back.
All right, I think.
I'm gonna slip a glance to Lamia to see what she's kind of like doing.
She's got this very very vague like upturned side of one lip.
Okay.
Like just a very slight smile through this whole thing. It's got a very sultry, smoky look going on right now. Like heavy. I don't know what it's called because I don't use makeup.
Smoky eye.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just like kind of nod and just like sit back. I'll kind of lean. I'll be like, Chrys, give me a hug.
Yeah, Chrys is just like, she's putting a hand on the shoulder in a, almost like maybe restraining fashion.
Yeah.
To be like, sit the fuck down, stay down right now.
I'll just like move her hand to try to get like a massage in. I'll be
like give her a little slap. Like, no, that's not what's happening, right?
Be professional, damn. So yeah, Kale ends things with, well, we have one more good point, which is open for vote. So let's take it ultimately very simply. Anyone who disagrees with open territories and advance warning, etc., please raise your hand now. And no one. Very well. Well then, yes, we will, with the blessing of our wonderful host, and at this, like, Lamia kind of, like, does that nose crinkle, like, oh, you're so cute thing, at him. I can't do it. Not the cutest person in the world, unfortunately. And yeah, he says, we will open the doors. The rest of the evening shall be a private event. If you wish to mingle, if you wish to head off, you may do so. Thank you, everyone, becoming, I feel like while visually it may not seem like we got much done, we did. And he just sits down. So this is a point where people will, like, some people will leave. So I believe the court will leave. Sheriff Hardcastle will leave, but Sheldon Langdon will stay. Carrion
didn't get mugged.
Yeah. Carrion will leave. And Elle will leave. Like, Davina will head off. She'll give like a very subtle little kind of like warm wave to you, Tess, as she leaves. Like, she kind of catches your eye. But she also has somewhere to be.
Yeah.
The rest of them will be staying around to talk to each other and will be open to conversation if you want to approach them. Sheepy needs to pee, but Marlowe and Cassius, you are now free in the sense of you're able to also join in, and some of the kind of hangers-on on the other people's thing will be about the place too. So let's have you meet up at a little high top table in the corner, so you can have a quick chat about how you think everything went. And Sheepy will pee and be right back.
I'm a beer back too. Okay. Chris has been quiet.
So, do you like call Marlowe, or they'll just be sat in the wagon otherwise?
Yeah, I call Marlowe. I let him know that obviously everything's over. He's probably seen people coming out, right? So,
yeah. I'll just text back like any mention of the police.
Yes, but it was a metaphor.
Okay, I'll come inside.
I'll
Yeah.
sit at the table and I'll just like sip a drink.
All right.
Well, boys, I think that went okay.
Any juicy gossip?
We got
Anyone
a lot
dead?
of eyes on us.
We're
On
not
us or on
as
you?
subtle as everyone else.
Yeah, fair
No.
enough.
We are definitely more brash. And Gorbin is a sneaky man.
I think he appreciated us not causing trouble for him.
True. Wrapped it up neatly. No one likes a grasser or a snitch.
No. Snitches get steaks.
That they do indeed.
Yeah. I think I'll avoid the court from now on, though.
They
They're
were.
a little much, aren't they?
I mean, that's kind of the clan.
What do you mean?
We're a little much.
Oh.
Right. Fair enough.
I
Sorry.
do want to apologize to Talia, though. I feel like I might have called her out, and I didn't mean it to be such a call out. I really just wanted to see if I could spark any discussion between anyone else.
Sure. I'm going to go back to my duties.
Please.
Any, I mean, I've never been here before. If I want to go for a whiz and get lost, where would you recommend?
I'm going to point out the bathrooms to him, but then also the doors to behind the scenes, and also Lamia's office.
Right.
Just in kind of like a casual way, like you're pointing around the place, like, oh, there's that.
Kind of tour.
Yeah.
All right.
Just very quickly, what did I miss anything that needs to be?
No.
Nope.
Okay.
Small talk.
I
All
want to
right.
go over and talk to Talia, but
All right.
yeah,
Um,
one point.
Talia.
Ow. Bite me.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, Talia. Romeo. Yeah, Tess specifically. Romeo wits awareness on that. It'd be for a little bit earlier, but I can tell you now if you noticed it or not.
Sure. Not bad. 3.
Okay. When
Reroll some.
as Davine left, and she like waved goodbye to you, you noticed that like Talia was kind of not wistfully, but like it looked like she wanted Davine for something and was a little bit up. Like as your face comes back, you see kind of Talia watching Davine leave in kind of like slightly eager way maybe.
Mm-hmm. So I'll just go over to Talia and be like, "May I have a moment of your time?"
Of course. Do you want to step away from my attendant?
If that's all right. Unless it doesn't matter, but really it's up to you.
No, it is okay. Christine, please go make yourself.
Christine, you might want to meet Chrys. My Chrys. Similar names and all. I always found that kind of fun.
Incidentally, I didn't mention this because I didn't have her details open. But Christine has one closed eye and like a big scar that runs down like there.
Interesting. Okay. And I'll pull Talia aside and kind of like absentmindedly just be like, "Drink anything?"
I'm not really in the mood.
Understandable. I wanted to apologize. I didn't mean to call you out in such a fashion. It simply was the talk of the city for a while, and I wanted to see if it was either resolved or I don't know, if something had changed.
No, this is fine. This was the time to bring up any possible grievances or questions we might have. I would also like to apologize if you feel I was dismissive of you or your clan. It is not intended.
No, it's quite all right. I understand we have seemed a bit more brash than others. You know, with the whole front and all, and the rumors of whatever happens with the Blessed. I still haven't quite figured that out. I'm not really sure what they want, but anyway.
Oh, they did not turn up here, so hopefully we will find out.
I hope so. I'm eager to hear what they are saying, really. But you're comfortable where you are? I mean, in your corner of the city?
For now, it will do. I think we all have some ambitions past what we already have, but I'm not looking to start a bloodbath and kill everyone, right now at least.
Yes, that would be it'd be a bit difficult in these times right now, but
and of course,
it's possible.
I could not dream of wiping you all out until I have my date with Cassius.
Interesting. So you've taken a liking to our Cassius.
We will see. We have a date.
And what kind of date are we talking? Maybe I can help make it go smoothly.
It went smoothly last time. I'm sure it'll go smoothly this time.
Oh, it's date number 2. Well. I didn't realize a little romance was sparking between you two. Or it is romance. I can never tell with him. He's so quiet sometimes.
She shrugs. I would say it is more intellectual.
Like playing chess with a friend. Or something.
Do you play?
Sometimes. Rather, I play, what most people would like to call the digital kinds of chess. I play a lot of the video game type intellectual games.
Sorry,
it doesn't sound.
No, it's just the way that sounds to Talia is just like.
Yeah, but
she keeps a straight face though, unlike me.
Which I'm sure might not seem very impressive, but I can tell you for a fact there are some fun challenges.
I'll have you know, I'm a champion at Dig Dug, and many people have called that the chess of the game world.
Wow. Well, we should play one day. I'm sure there's an arcade somewhere in the city. No, but I'm almost saying that almost like joking, yeah, kind of poking at the chess thing, but I realized you're right up beside Hell. Not a lot of clubs in your area?
More warehouses and businesses. It is how I like it. I do have interest in visiting Hell. It sounds like an interesting place. The establishment, of course, not the vague punishment when you die.
Yes. No, I'm sure Hell, the establishment, is a lot more fun. And Divine is, as her name is spelled, she's very wonderful. I'm sure you will get along famously.
I look forward to meeting her.
Well, if anything, I can put in a good word if there's anything in particular you're looking to achieve with her, but...
Oh, you are familiar?
We've met once, but we got along quite well. We had a date of some kind, I suppose, of our own.
Oh, romance.
We're both less romance, more maybe more like that chess you were talking about. But as business owners, and I'm also looking to open up my own business, she has been helping me with ideas of how to build a very good club.
Well, if you need a silent partner, let me know.
Thank you. I appreciate it. If and when we open up, I'd love to have you by. If that's your scene, I suppose...
Can I ask a question here, as GM?
Yeah.
Are you flirting with her?
A little, yeah.
Okay. Is it like with intention, or is it more like Cass has a date and I must compete with Cass?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
It's more like Cass has attention from this girl. Oh.
The black hole strikes again.
Wow.
I suppose I will have to just all the attention.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Sorry, Cass. It's the way we are. It's the way we are, buddy.
Roll me a charisma etiquette.
I do have points in etiquette.
You do have points in etiquette.
Do I get my hotness points? Because charisma. Yes! Oh my god! 2. Well, that's still not great, but,
You may re-roll if you like.
3,
you can
right?
re-roll 3, yeah.
Alright. Where's my keyboard? So it's 4.
4. Okay. She I
touched the arm.
Yeah, she leans forward very slightly and says, "I may take you up on that."
I would be honored.
Would you like to be aware of Lamia and whether she is seeing this, or... I don't think you'll need to roll wits awareness for this. I feel
the vapor wave.
very definitely there's a kind of like you can notice that her attention is over in your direction at the very least. Mm-hmm. If you'd like to roll a wits awareness to know precisely how much kind of she is on.
Sure, why not?
Okay.
You know, may as well. 2.
You're not sure how much attention is being paid, but it might just be, you know, look in the room and being like, oh, there's Tess, she's having fun, yay. Mm-hmm. Or it could be like crazy jealous girlfriend style.
No idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, in that case, then I'll just be like, well, I'm glad we got to speak a little bit and meet officially. I've heard great things about the way that you've been running your corner of the city, and I look forward to hearing more.
Wonderful.
Fantastic.
And you'd like to head off, or if you like, you can just stay kind of small talking her for a bit, depending on whether you have other people you want to talk to or not.
I'll probably small talk a little bit and then kind of cheers and go back over to the rest of them.
Clickety clack. Yeah.
Clickety clack.
Does anyone else have someone they want to?
Well, I has something he'd like to do.
Okay.
Or something he'd like to try. Are there any tables that are like isolated where you could sit on your own and have a drink? Or is it fairly packed?
Okay, so let me give you guys a basic rundown of what's happening currently.
Okay.
So Talia was by herself, actually, because yes, she did want to talk to Davine.
Mm.
Calig is also by himself. Gorban is talking with Nathan Fortuna. And the old guard, or Ziamara, because the other person who was with her left. Ziamara is having a chat with Sheldon Langdon.
Okay. Is there enough space where I could sit somewhere on my own?
Oh yeah.
It's a big place, right? Okay.
Yeah,
and are there still bar staff and bar people?
Yeah.
Okay. I would like to go to the bar, and I'm going to have a quick check through the cocktail menu, and I'm going to order the thing that takes the longest to make. And whoever starts making it, I'll just tell them that I'm going to be sat and point to like an isolated table, and I will go there and sit there on my own.
Okay.
I will try something, and it will probably backfire, and I'll kill them. But that's fine. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
All right.
All right. But I will do so, and I'll tell them. If there is a choice, it would be a lady I would speak to. But if it's all hot men,
no. It's actually more hot ladies than hot men in Lamia's establishment, at least.
Perfect. So whatever cocktail that may be, whatever cryptic metaphor it is today.
Oh god, you put me on the spot there. Snakebite.
Snakebite. There you go. Yeah, snakebite. Yeah, so I'll order that and go sit down on my own, and I'll have a little just pop my notepad on the table with my pen, and as they are making the cocktail, I'm going to try and just draw a shape that resembles the shape of this building and what I can see to like make a little floor map of just me looking around.
Okay.
And once they arrive, I'm going to try something, because I don't know whether this will work or not.
Sure.
Firstly, I'm going to see if I can scry them cheekily from across the room. I just want to tell if this barmaid is Gould or anything like that before I do something stupid.
Okay.
So, I assume I just do a scry. I've got the roll.
Yeah, I'm not sure if there's a resist thing there. I don't think there is for the regular Yumis.
I don't know. I don't know for humans, actually. I know Dominate tends to work on humans, but I don't know about scry.
Yeah. Because sometimes it has different rules for. Josh, do we have a knowledge on that, or?
Sorry.
Would a human resist a
scry?
Yeah, snake bite. I used to drink it. It's trash.
Yeah.
It really is.
It really is. Snaky D. Yeah. Would you oppose it as a human?
I don't. Maybe. Yes.
Okay, scry the soul.
Maybe no. Hang on, I do have the thing up. I should probably just look.
I'm going to re-roll a couple anyway, because this is something immensely... Okay, well, it's a crit as well, so it's 1, 2,
Composure
3, 4.
subterfuge.
It's Composer Subterfuge. You got a 6 to beat with a crit.
Damn. On a... Yeah, you get something special on a crit, right?
Yeah, I get something unexpected. From a crit.
She's rolling them orc rolls today, apparently.
I think I get to ask the amount of questions that's the difference between the two, but I basically only want to know maybe what mood they're in and are they like a nasty beast thingy, like a ghoul or a vampire.
Okay. They are not. They are human. And their mood could be described as probably thirsty.
Okay.
There was a lot of awe and hot Toreador kindred about the place. So, yeah.
Okay.
Well, you're not really her taste, unfortunately, Tess.
And so, satisfied with that knowledge, do I get anything random for the crit? I don't need any more, but
sure, I can do.
Random piece of background history for a... I don't know.
Discovery of something unexpected as determined by the storyteller. Okay.
Used to live in Newcastle. You can tell that by someone's mood.
She's never been fed on.
There you go. Well, good to know. As she arrives over, fully expecting this to go wrong, Marlowe is going to attempt to mesmerize her and ask her to quickly draw as much as she can on his notepad.
I do need a rouse check.
No problem.
For the Scry the Soul first.
Yes, indeed. And that's one more hunger.
You get hungrier?
And now, as she arrives over, I will try to mesmerize her into drawing me a very quick map of the entire building, everything she knows.
Okay.
From the skeleton I've already got. And as she does, I will try to look smug as if she's writing her number down for me. And I'll be like, ugh, you. What are you like?
Alright then, roll me a...
So it's another rouse.
It's another rouse, yeah.
Okay, that's a good thing.
It is automatic. Roll me a manipulation performance, please.
That's just manipulation.
Those little skills, just the one dot in them sometimes helps.
Yeah,
but,
I mean, I'm kind of on the spot right now. If I rouse, though, that could go badly if it goes wrong. So I'll just roll manipulation.
Yeah.
Okay. That'll do.
As far as you can tell, you are reasonably convincing. And within a couple of minutes, it's just like kind of, she kind of draws lines and then just kind of very quick jotting, it's like Lamia's L office and, like kitchen and etc.
Keeping an eye on the time as she does.
She does also add below it a room underneath that's like, it says like B, like base.
Okay, and I can see where the entrance is.
It's just kind of it's just kind of like in the kind of it's either at the back of the kitchen, or in the ladies' toilets. It's right. Like kind of on the edge of that wall.
Okay, okay. That's still amazing though that no one's dead yet, so that's great. And at the moment, like very aware of time. Thanks for the drink, and don't worry. Forget you saw me. I'm no good for you.
And her eyes kind of like cloud over for a second, and
thanks for the drink.
Yeah, no problem. And
No
she
worries.
like walks off, kind of shaking her head, like, "What? I bought him a drink." And then she probably actually like checks her pockets to be like, did I buy the drink for him? Because I don't want to buy a drink for random people. Like I'm working here on tips and shit.
Okay, happy with that.
Okay.
Eventually Mac will sit there for a couple of minutes and then still continue to badly act and try and like get his phone out and be like beep 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 beep, holding up the notepad.
You don't have your
trying
phone
to
with
be
you,
convincing.
remember? Which is
I figured in all of his stuff he might have had a spare, but if I don't, I'm happy
the
to.
phones are taken away when you come into the
Okay.
because of the current rules for the meeting.
Fair enough.
Which is why it wasn't as hard a difficulty, because you wouldn't, it wouldn't be like written into
Makes
the
sense. Makes sense.
into the phone.
Okay. In that case, the notepad will go securely back in the pocket, and I'll waddle back.
Okay. Does anyone else have things they would like to execute or do or execute?
Not really, but Chrys was left at a table on her own, so she's probably going to go cause some trouble.
Chrys was left at a table by her own. In that case, she will have a visitor.
Oh. Okay. Who is the visitor?
Before we visit Chrys, I just want to see if Cassius has anything he particularly wants to...
With safe in the knowledge that Marlowe is on the case of finding out where the kid probably is.
Yeah.
He is going to do his utmost to, not pretend, but do his security guard job, like do a good security guard impression. But mostly he's keeping an eye on Lamia. He's keeping an eye on people that might want to target his own coterie. Mostly in the back of his mind, he is puzzling out what the fuck it was Lamia did tonight.
That's fair.
Because I feel like it might not be at this place.
Is that because of the absence of a certain someone?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
It doesn't bode well, does it?
Nope.
So... I don't require a wit's awareness for this. She's not super subtle with this. She pays kind of jealous lover attention to Tess, while Tess is vaguely flirting with Talia and all that type of thing. Roll me a wit's awareness. Roll me a wit's insight.
Okay. I know. Oh.
Is Chrys also paying the attention to Lamia?
Just the room.
I'm gonna rouse to get an extra dice on that in case it matters. That's a messy crit of 6.
Is that a crit?
Oh, Jesus Christ!
That's a crit of 6. However...
I don't have any to re-roll.
Well, you win a draw.
Oh, nice. Whew! That's lucky.
You know what? You feel a coldness come over you as time starts to slow down.
Motherfucker.
And it emanates out from you. And everything takes on a very surreal atmosphere, whereby some people feel like they're moving faster further away from you, Some people like start to slow down. Like right next to you, everything like feels like it's frozen, and like this very like kind of cold, like logical, you know, you're analyzing everything, and you realize like Lamia has things you want. And if you can get everything into position, you can take that. And you, like, there's no way to do it now and to get away with it. But you have thoughts and you have plans on how to do it. And the sooner the better, because you're getting hungrier. Take a dot of hunger. As you focus way too much on Lamia for a moment. However, you do, with your logical and kind of like dispassionate side, you do realize that everything she's doing right now is an act. She is not jealous. She doesn't give a shit. She knows that Tess is aware of her and she's trying to manipulate her.
And I can probably extrapolate that to the entirety of the evening, right? Yeah. Who got fucked over this evening? Was it us?
At some point, I'll try and flag down Cass as he's floating around, just to pass on what I've learned of said potential basement.
Mm-hmm.
It would be a very sort of, yeah, I was just doob-doo, figured out some doob-doo. Nudge.
Nice. That will come in handy.
Yeah, I assume. Yeah, not bad, eh? Shame I didn't get a number, but wouldn't have been right, you know, doing it that way anyway. Still, now we know. I assume it's not the best time to, you know, jump on it, as it were, but good to know. I'll go see how your dog's doing. Give us a bell if you need us.
I will.
I'm going to go and make sure that the window of the car's wound down just a little bit.
Okay.
Even though I'm not sure if this dog actually breathes or not.
He does.
He does, okay.
You want to give him a little nose?
Yeah,
scruffle?
I'll give him a little nudge. I'll probably just...
Like the window's down ever so slightly, so as you come to it, like just this big like wet black nose is just like breathing in the thing.
I'll just get in. The dog's better company than most Kindred, so I'm going to just play with the dog for a bit.
All right.
And put the radio on in the car. Watching the entrance. Or exit now. I don't know. Wherever people are coming out of.
Okay. Incidentally, Tess, your eye is caught by Nathan Fortuna as he extricates himself from talking to... He was talking to Gorban, yeah.
I did kind of want to talk to him, actually. So if my eye's caught by him and he's coming over, then I will simply wait for him.
Yeah. Okay. We'll get to that momentarily, because Chrys has a visitor. A large, imposing shadow looms over you as you look up to see your old friend Max.
Hi.
Hello.
Sit down.
Sure. Why not? And like kind of sits down. The chair creaks a little bit. Like. Rrr.
Well.
So.
You.
I was going to ask you that.
Good. I'm kind of like confused. What's going on right now? Mr. Oasis? Mr. I'm gonna hang out with Marlowe?
It is a job.
I gave you a job to do.
last year. He told me to come here and to work security.
Could have done that afterwards.
After what?
After it's a good job he came back, Max.
I didn't go anywhere.
No, Marlowe came back. He was. Never mind.
I am extremely confused as to exactly what is going on.
You were. Never mind. It's fine. Whatever. Just can't trust you with jobs, I guess. Throwing a little bit of shade.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sorry. When your boss, the loud pretty one, tells you to do things, you do them. Yes.
A pretty one?
Yeah, she's over there, making eyes at Mr. Pop.
She's not my boss, though.
Really?
So yeah. Yeah.
And why do you do everything she says?
Because it's convenient right now. And she's really bossy. She's just the boss.
She's really bossy, but she's not the boss. Okay.
Do you not know people like that?
Yes. Except for he is the boss because he is bossy.
Well, she's not. Anyway, whatever.
Okay. It's fine. If you don't want to talk about it, it's fine.
Shut up. You didn't tell me how you are.
I'm good. I've got a job. Well, for a
Yeah.
little bit. Well, for tonight, but still, it was good. I didn't really have to do anything.
No, did I? It was pretty boring a little bit.
Yeah. But, you know, you got to earn a
Well-
living working for your boss.
If you get paid. Just got a cat here. So
Yeah, it's fair.
if you get paid. So you're just here for today? Just today?
No, a couple of weeks. Apparently there's need for more, security for a while. I don't know.
Well, just be careful around the boss here.
I don't like to hang out with or talk to pretty ladies. I can't trust them.
What the fuck, Max? You're aware that you're offending me right now?
Why?
You think right? Fine. Okay. Now I know where we stand. Great.
I'm confused.
I can tell.
We
You don't hang around with ladies very often, do you? Right now.
We were talking with about the pretty ladies, yes? The your boss and mine. Well, for now, mine.
Yep, all the pretty ladies that are in this freaking room. Apparently not sat at the table, Max. Thanks for that. Appreciate it.
Well, we wouldn't be able to talk about them if they was here sitting at the table.
Yeah, well, Tess is probably like it, so I don't know, Lamia. Bit twat though. So I'm trying to be nice and be like, don't trust her, but you do what you want to do.
No, I already said I don't trust pretty ladies. It's okay, don't worry. I have my guard up around people like that.
Good. Good. Yeah, I'm happy for you. So I might have. Chrys is sort of like, I don't know. This is Chrys actually making the noise. I don't know if she's gonna ask him or not.
Yeah.
So have you seen a police chief? So after you've like cut me to the core there, Max, I might need to talk to you about something later.
Okay. You want to organize a meeting?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we could have a little sparring session again if you wanted and have a chat.
Okay. Boxing ring or shooting range?
Boxing ring, because I'm better at that.
Sounds fair.
Yep, you asked, you offered.
Okay.
So that's good.
Later tonight or another night?
Maybe tomorrow, because today's been a lot and we're probably going to need to all chat and see what the crack is. Can you get away tomorrow?
I have time off, sure. I have been going to alleyways. Well, I have gone to another alleyway.
Well, just remember to be careful now, right? And always.
Yes. I was a little bit rough. It's fine.
Are they alive?
Sure. Probably. I put him through the window.
You need to not make as much of a scene.
It's not really my...
Can't Lamia feed you? Like, can't she, like, is she not feeding you here? Is she not treating you right?
Oh, that's fine. I know how to get my own, so...
Well, just be sensitive. Not too much, though, because you don't want to draw attention. Like the whole Masquerade. No, yeah.
Don't worry, I know all about that. It's fine.
You didn't know about hunting, Max.
You're just not allowed to turn into bats in front of people, right?
And you're not allowed to, like, obviously be a vampire in front of people.
I'm never obviously a vampire.
Or kindred in front of you. I mean, the person that you put through the window, I assume.
I could do that when I was human. Shush!
It brings a lot of attention, okay? That's all I'm saying. If you want to do that in Lamia's territory, then that's...
I mean, look at me. I am like a house that is made of shit.
I don't think that's the phrase.
Pretty sure it is. Anyway, what it means is I can pick up man and put him through a window easy, even if I was human.
I know, but it's so mean. And just destruction of property as well. You don't want
get me
the police
wrong.
coming after you, because then you have to deal with the police.
I'm not going to disagree that it's mean, but keep in mind, you and me did go to an alleyway and I saw you jump on a man and then eat him.
Yeah, but it was really smooth, and he wasn't injured very lots afterwards.
Right.
He walked home, probably. I don't know
So did my guy probably, I just didn't hang around to wait.
Yeah, but mine was walking when was yours walking when you left him?
I don't know, I didn't look in the window.
Max, just try not to... Just be nicer, okay?
I feel like I am very nice.
I think that you don't realize that you're not being nice.
What is the difference?
You can still be hurtful even if you're not meaning to be hurtful.
But if you're trying to be nice, then you're being nice, yes?
Yeah.
There you go, it's fine then.
Don't throw people through windows. There you go.
Fine. Jeez.
Make sure they are alive when you they're able to look after themselves.
Twist my leg, why don't you? Sure. Why? Okay.
I mean, yeah. That's definitely the phrase. We need to get you like a...
I am decent at English, but not so good with idiots.
Max, you need to leave my table right now, I think. Okay? I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay.
Goodbye, Max.
Where we meet?
I don't know, near that tree that you shot.
Okay. I'll see you there tomorrow. He kind of smiling, walks off.
Get off my damn table. Chrys is like, this is the worst. Why are we even here? Why do we come to clubs? I always have a terrible experience. Smoking.
So, Miss Aquila.
Yes.
Nathan, kind of rocks up with oh god, what's her name? There's so many names today. I've been doing my best, but Clementine.
Yeah, I was gonna say it starts with a C, right?
Yeah. He rocks up to you, kind of like he has this really weird gait, which is almost like a skip jump. So he like walks and then like his back foot almost like slides forward. It's gives off the impression of like a happy jaunt. Is the best way I can describe it.
So he's like a big leprechaun?
No.
With
more,
eyeliner?
It would be more like it's not exactly like this, but the closest I could get to describe it is like a happy girl skipping down the street. Kind of look to it.
That's so strange. Okay. Sure. All right. I'm just gonna not even look. Just.
Yeah. And he comes up to you and like happy, genuine smile on his face. It's Aquila.
So good to finally meet a neighbor that I've heard not too much about.
Precisely, and absolutely what I was thinking. I have been wanting to meet you ever since I heard about you.
Oh, and when was that?
Oh, you know. I don't know. It was around about the time this whole fire thing happened and everything, and you know, the balance of power shifted, and I was off doing my own thing, and then everything changed, and I heard that there was another you know, well-to-do toreador in the area. I wanted to come in and say hello, but I thought that might be a bit rude and forward of me, and I thought, you know, no, I won't.
I was thinking the same. You know, it's hard to set up meetings like that. It feels so forced.
Yeah, exactly. I like it natural.
Yeah, me too. So, I've heard that you two are a protector of, and I just gesture over to Clementine.
Humanity.
Humanity. Yes, I like that.
I adore humans. I think the range of their emotions, the way they act, the way they react, it's so beautifully predictable.
Good way to put it.
Something very comforting about it, you know?
Just like, it's the steadiness of them, you know? Don't feel like they're gonna turn on you any 2 seconds or whatever.
Go insane and kill a whole buffet of...
Yeah.
Some people can't control their anger.
It's true. And what a shame, you know? A lot of people need to really work on that.
That's what I'm always saying. But, you know, you just can't find good help these days.
It's difficult.
Yeah.
So, you have a pretty nice carved out area. I believe there's some really nice shops that I like to frequent.
Oh, yeah, well, you know, first come, first serve. I was in the area, set down roots. People started asking if they could join me, if they could serve me, do anything for me. You know how it is. I like coterie. I'd never really been in a coterie before. I was always kind of, you know, I liked being by myself. And then, yeah, all of these people were, like, coming to me, looking for protection and to work for me and etc. And he, like, leans his hand back and puts his finger under Clementine's, like, chin and just, like, slowly strokes her under the chin. and her eyes go kind of like vaguely half closed, and like her chin like gets like knocked. It's kind of creepy and a little bit like languorous and sensual at the same time.
Is it kind of like she's a puppy?
Yeah.
That is so amusing. Oh my god, I get a kick out of that. I look over and I guess I just say and be like, now that I gotta get me one.
Do you want this one?
Oh gosh, no, I'd rather shop around, you know.
Come inside. Go and sit on Miss Keeler's lap.
Oh.
And she like clicks over and sits down.
She seems nice.
Does
she talk?
Sometimes.
Anything interesting?
Usual.
I suppose if there's someone maybe with a bit of background in, I don't know, cars. I love a woman who knows cars. I know that's very specific, but, you know, that's just something I like.
I mean, it's not really my area of expertise, but I could have a look around if you're. I'm sure this is much more your area of knowledge, right? So you should be able to.
Well, I'm hoping. I'm planning on opening up a new bar pretty soon, so once it does open, I'm sure there will be some more people rolling in who might be, well, forgive the pun, I guess, but they might be a little bit more interested in the car stuff, you know. But what are your interests then? What in particular about this one struck your fancy?
Specific humans are not that interesting. It's more the vast array of emotions and the strange quirks and the predictable behavior. For example, what do you think would happen to a human who has knowledge of Kindred and all of these, you know, horrific things, who isn't blood bonded, isn't under anyone's control, was just left in this club?
I suppose they'd go a little mad, wouldn't they?
Well, let's find out. Clementine. And she like looks over, and you can hear like a little bit of power infused in his words.
Ooh.
Stay. Well, I have to go back. I have a lot to organise and a lot to do. Miss Keeler, please tell me if she survives. Have a nice night. And he gets up and like skips off. She's still sitting on you, by the way.
Okay. I think I just got another pet. I don't know what to. I'm just gonna sit here and just like look at her for a second, and just be like.
She is like glazed over. Barely any response or.
Okay. I'll just kind of like wave in front of her face and just be like.
It's like there's like a slow blink there.
I'll see if she'll like respond to me and be like, Clementine.
She like looks at you, kind of very blank, vacant eyes.
Stand up, please. Nope. Mm-mm. Wow, this is huh. I'm gonna like try to pick her up and just put her in the seat beside me, so that she's off my lap.
Yeah, she'll resist that. So she'll kind of like move her hands. So she was told to stay. So she stayed.
That bitch! Oh my god! He's condemning me here!
You can slip out from underneath her.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna try to slip out from underneath her and just like put her on the seat there and...
Yeah, you can get out from it. It's not like she's like forcing you there. It's just that she's not allowed to move because she was told to stay.
Interesting. I am gonna try to use entrancement.
Okay.
I don't know if it will work. Because I don't know if it overrides. Or actually... maybe I could use Lingering Kiss instead. But that's like a weird thing to do in front of other people right now.
Let's have a quick look here.
Yeah, because I'm not 100% sure.
You would know if you can like override someone's depending what he did, of course.
Yeah. I don't know what he did, but like I'm gonna try, because I know he's a Toreador, so I know he's doing kind of similar stuff to what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But I don't know what. So I don't know if she's Gould or if she is like, entranced or something. I don't think she's entranced, because if she's entranced, then
he did make an allusion to her not being Gould.
Right. So
he basically said like, how would a human react if they suddenly found themselves in a room full of vampires with like no ghouling and no,
So I'm guessing maybe then that she is. Oh god, she's like I want to say she's like some kind of like hypnotized or whatever, and then she's gonna snap out of it at one point, and she's gonna be like, "What the fuck?" Possibly, but I'm not sure. Fuck, I kind of want to. Would it be weird for me to use Lingering Kiss here?
Lingering Kiss. So this is feeding, not kissing.
Yeah.
Just FYI.
So I'd have to. Yeah. So I mean, I'm not hungry, but.
Yeah. So yeah, it would basically lead to bonus equal to half presence to social pools. So it would help you if you wanted to like snap her out of it, or it would kind of make her to a certain extent like addicted to you for a little while.
Yeah. She's completely zonked.
Would we like to leave this for next episode?
Maybe.
Can
I roll though? Can I try rolling something before we end?
Sure. What would you like to go with?
Like an insight or something? Can I find is there anything that I know of my abilities that I'd be able to do something like this?
Interesting. Let's go with occult plus presence.
Okay.
So if you roll your, I'm not sure if you can just roll your presence. Let me have a look here.
Occult and presence.
So
presence. I don't think I've ever rolled presence before.
So your presence is 3.
Okay.
And then your occult is 1. So roll me 4d10.
Okay.
Be the easier way to do this.
So 2.
Would you like to reroll?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll 2.
So 2. 3.
3 successes. Okay. Extended exposure to a lingering kiss could lead them into a very messed up.
Whoa.
In entrancement, also, like, depending on how hard he kind of whammied her, could do it.
Oh no.
It's possible.
Oh god. Sorry,
Yeah, there's a possibility that like some kindred can kind of there's some kindred with presence you know of who can use it alongside other kind of mind control-y stuff. Might have something to do with it.
Oh, that's so. He doesn't want to protect humans. He's like fucking fetishizing them. What a weirdo. Oh no. Oh, I don't like that. Oh, Nathan Fortuna, you fucking weirdo. Okay, oh god, now I kind of feel bad for her. Fuck.
Should we leave it for next episode?
Yeah, we're gonna leave it for next episode.
Yeah,
now I'm
that's
just like,
fine.
what the fuck?
Yeah. Okay, so let's end things there, everyone. We had a hell of an episode, I think.
This dude has a fucking human fetish.
We'll come to Vanny momentarily as she goes through all of the emotions. Let's start with Chrys and Tash. How are you doing? How did you find the episode?
Max is so harsh. Like, we're not friends anymore. We were friends, and now we're not friends anymore.
My feelings hurt.
Is Sheepy Max harsher and more of a dick than Josh Max?
No.
Yeah, because he playfully, but Sheepy Max just says it as fact. It's like, wow, that's way rude. Way rude. Well, for Chrys, she thinks it went well. Tash thinks it did not go awesome.
It could have been a lot worse.
Could have been a lot worse.
I mean, the blessed didn't turn up, which is probably a good thing for you guys.
Which is very interesting. I was a little concerned about that, and I'm still concerned, but there's a lot to be worried about, which is great. And now I've got a fight date where I'm going to beat him up for being a shit. And also pump him for information about Lamias.
Yeah, I know, I see that too. Okay, over to Marlowe, who it turns out can enact plans.
Yeah, that was I wasn't expecting to go inside, so that was kind of like, oh, I'm inside now.
It was a good opportunity to get something done, and
that was just a spontaneous thing that actually worked, and no one died.
No, it was a really good plan.
It was powers work, it seems sometimes. So that was cool. I don't know how the meeting went. Conan seems nice. Inside of the Oasis seems nice.
Mm.
Max was like, my feelings hurt for Chrys because there was no like sarky smile or like it was just, I tell you this. It was straight faced humor, and that was.
Unless he believes it, in which case it's worse.
Exactly. Well, you don't know. God. So that was something.
Biggest threats of the court, Lamia and Lamia.
I'm deeply amused that now Tess has gone from 2 hours ago of being like, I have a puppy, to being like, oh my God, people would do that to someone else. So
we're like, I have a puppy, to, oh God, I have a puppy.
Yeah. So that frames that a bit differently.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's me done. That was that was the thing. So I'm looking forward to seeing what happens next.
Well, don't forget you've got a pub date with Grandad soon, so that's gonna be fun.
I'm waiting for that to come up, and whenever that is, I assume it's #soon.
I do have like a closing scene, but
Okay.
Well, I mean,
cool.
Like, I'm just saying, like, we'll get everyone's thoughts, and then I do have a little bit of a closing scene.
No, that was all gravy.
Oh yeah. Let's save Tess for last because she had the last kind of like gut punch there. Josh and also Cassius, How you faring there, mate?
Yeah,
Is your alarm bells ringing a bit?
Yeah, but they almost always are.
Hmm.
So, I think we can take out Lamia tonight.
Ooh, interesting.
Well, we have a plan.
Yeah.
I think it might work.
Has this been adjusted because of your bestial failure or bestial crit success thing?
Yeah. What I really, really want to do next week is figure out what the fuck Cassidy is doing. And I am like this far away from just going up and asking.
If I'd have known, I may have like pushed you in that direction, but
no, Lamia's the focus here. I think Cass has a plan to make it happen faster.
Interesting. Okay.
What's the betting that the Blessed broke into our coterie while we were away and tried to look for Saturday?
97.6%.
That's just a guess. I'm just calling it now.
I have a different theory about what's going on.
I'm calling it now for bonus XP if I'm right. It doesn't work that way, but
it doesn't.
No.
So finally, the Pokemon collector of the coterie, Tess, and also Vandy.
I would just like to cordially say, what the actual fuck, Sheepy?
Yeah, I know.
What the fuck?
Nathan Fortuna is such a weird dude.
What a fuck? Of course it's Peachy. It's not Nathan Fortuna. It's fucking Peachy. Okay? I know there's gonna be a point.
That's just the eyeliner, though.
It's the whole thing. The V-neck. Like, come on, man. He's got short, kind of cropped hair. The one thing you're missing is a beanie. Put a beanie in him, and he's just sheepy.
He hasn't worn a beanie in a while.
God. Oh shit, he hasn't? Never mind.
Also, it's a shirt, like a button shirt that's just opened up. So.
Yeah, but that's like how Peachy would be if he were a vampire. Like, let's be real.
Yeah, it is.
Like, you basically just took him as a template, and yes, I could totally see you, Peachy, having a human fetish as a vampire. Just want to go on the record saying that.
Speaking on behalf of Sheepdog, I don't agree with that even slightly, but...
Yeah, okay. Well, fine. Either way.
So,
what the fuck?
How do you feel about Toreadors? They're all really cool, right?
I hate everyone in my clan.
What about Davine?
Except for Davine. Davine's fine. Davine's fine, and, you know...
Leah?
Leah's okay. Leah's the only puppy I'll keep the only Toreador puppy I'll keep, okay? Like, I'm not... All the other ones? Yo, we're all fucked up, okay? I'm not any better. Or Tess isn't any better. We're all fucked up. Also, the fact that he was saying something about, like, controlling anger and shit in front of me makes me very concerned. Because I don't know what he knows, so...
Yeah, I mean, he could be talking about an incident that you've been involved in where you lost your temper, or he could be talking about, like, something else entirely that's just on his mind. Who knows?
I don't fucking know. So, I mean, either way, it was a lot. A lot has happened, and I feel like we're probably worse off than when we started. I like how as Vandy, you were like, oh, here's someone who hits my vibe of like protecting humans and liking humans. He's a little bit weird about it, but whatever. Like, we're kindred spirits. And then he's like, how interesting would it be to see how she reacts if she just wakes up in the middle of vampires and she's all alone? Let me know if she survives. Bye. And you're just like, oh no. Oh, not good. Yeah. He's a piece of shit, dude.
I mean, you know,
he's kind of garbage. He's an awful, awful kindred. He uses people as, like, toys? I guess?
He loves humanity.
He loves. It's a weird kind of love. It's like, that's like saying, oh yeah, I love, like, I don't know. There's nothing that I love that I would just like discard, I don't think. It's a weird way to love something.
He's not discarding humanity.
Seeing how humanity reacts.
Playing with it.
In the face
like
of Kindred.
He's like a weird Toreador scientist. He's like
that's a really good way of describing him, yeah.
He's like a mad Toreador scientist. He just sits there, he's like, what would happen if this person woke up in front of a whole bunch of vampires? Do you think they just go crazy? Let's find out. Let me know how it goes. Like, bruh. To be fair though, I would totally play a character just like him in another campaign. 100%. So, you know, there's that. But anyways, yeah, super cool character. Definitely one of the favorites so far, just because of how bonkers he is.
I'm so upset you guys didn't meet Nathan before, because I was like, when you meet him, you're gonna be like, what the hell is this? Just.
I love it. I love it. He's probably one of my favorites, truly. Like, he's just so out there. I'm like, you're so weird.
Yeah.
Oh, what a train wreck of a Kindred.
Alright. So.
Also, yeah, that feels very Masquerade breaky, but.
Oh, it is.
Yeah. So.
But it's only Masquerade breaky if she gets away. And one thing to consider, he gotta put her into your charge. So if she gets away, he could be like, I left her with Tess.
I don't want to turn her. I don't think I can turn her. That'd be weird.
Well,
that's technically killing someone, so.
The final scene that we will finish on is two figures walking down Flintbridge. They don't look like they belong here. Their clothes are a little bit tattered, a little bit dusty. And kind of out of date as well a little bit. And they're talking to each other as they walk down the road. Now, they're speaking in a different language, and that language is very soft and very, the type of place you would hear this language would be on, like, for example, The Last of the Mohicans. It is, for the camera observer, for the viewers here. I can't do the language myself. I can't speak what they're saying, so I'm going to describe the language so you know when they're talking English, they're actually talking in this language. So yeah, it's a very soft language. It is a Native American language, and one of them is saying to the other, "We'll find him, and then we'll go and pay respects." And he's like, "Yes." Sorry, there's one thing I just realized I need to look up. This will take a moment. I was unprepared because I am dumb.
Dun, dun, dun.
It's okay. Have a cat. I got one.
There you go. Pay attention to the cat while
I'm like, there's not one over here, right?
CP sorts himself out.
It's fine. There was
Big Fluff.
My fluffy.
Hello, Big
I bet your one cat is as many of like 2 or 3 of my cats.
I mean, he's 13 pounds,
I got
so he's huge.
So, one says to the other, we will go and find him and go and pay respects. And the other one says, yes. And after that, we'll go and find where lightning has struck, so he can fulfill his duty. And then they get swallowed by the mist off down Flintbridge Road. And we'll end there. So, To everyone on YouTube, thank you so much. We're back. We'll be back next week as well. And yeah, see you then. See you there. We'll start thinking about like snack shots and things like that as well. Obviously, there won't be anything this Wednesday in terms of snack shots and Q&A show stuff, but in the future, we'll let you know. So come join us next Monday here on my channel to watch more Sunkissed, where we will find out what Tess is gonna do. Honestly, it could be interesting.
Kindred are so predictable.